Maybe I'm live. Check 1, 2. I hope y'all can hear me. It's cool. I know it's late, but I couldn't sleep and I try to go to bed. My dogs are asleep. My wife's asleep. My kids are asleep. The house is quiet except for the fish tank. But once again, I'm getting sucked into another case. Whether or not this case has anything to do with other cases that I'm looking into, I don't know yet. But what I do know is today I was given 50 discs that have an entire case on it, from autopsy photos to crime scene photos to body recovery photos. But more than that, it has probably 15 or 20 interviews of people involved in this case. And I'm talking about the case of Levi Ortiz. It is a case that's 10 years old. It has a lot of moving parts in a sense. I think it's Ortivez, actually. I probably said his name wrong. But we're going to look into this case by going through the evidence that the cops had, that they looked into. The story basically is that a guy, or a group of guys, not a guy, but I'll tell you what happened here. The story that they've been given to the public is that a guy got into a fight, ends up dead, a couple of guys dump him. And that's kind of the story they gave us. They don't give you much more. It was a plea deal for one guy involved, and then they dropped charges on another guy. And most likely the reason they dropped charges was because one guy blamed the other guy. They believed one guy's story and pinned the rest on the other guy. There is a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of interrogations that go on by the cops. I have not viewed the videos we're about to watch together. This first one's like 2 hours. So buckle up, children. If you're going to get involved in this case, you're about to just be able to hear literally everything the cops heard when they questioned the people involved. You're going to hear the story told from multiple people. You're going to hear different stories told from multiple people. You're going to see how they interrogated, investigated, the evidence they found, the things that they found when it surrounds Levi Ortivez. I can tell you that the family doesn't believe that full justice has been brought, and that there is an individual who hasn't ever done any time in jail for his part. So we'll go from there and we'll kind of open this thing up. I know it's late. It's going to be a long little interview here, but all these interviews are long. So if you stick with us, you stick with us. If you run to bed, go to bed. You can always come back and watch this thing later. This first interview is with someone who I have heard their name before. And so this is a Kimberly Stevens, and I have heard her name before. This is a interview that took place on, I'm going to give you the date here. February, it took place, no, let's see, 10, this took place on February 10th, 2010. I believe it's in the custody of the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. So I believe these are sheriff's officers speaking with Kimberly Stevens. And you're going to hear a story. I'll let you guys know this is, I don't know how she explains it. I have listened to some of the other bits and pieces of interviews from other people, and I've heard how they've explained it. And so you're going to hear a story of a murder. And so I want to warn you ahead of time. This is real life. This isn't your Netflix. This isn't your make-believe. And so this is a color. This is it kind of goes both ways. It's investigated by El Paso County because I believe the murder took place in El Paso County, but they dumped the body in Teller County off of a Gold Camp Road. And so this is the story the cops heard. This is the version that they got. This is the version that they ended up convicting a man on. And let me read, I'm going to read, I want to read I'm going to read one news article so you can kind of get the idea of the players. And that way you can kind of go look this up yourself and know that you're looking at the same case. Let's see. So here's what we know as far as justice that's been done. Man sentenced to 29 years for second-degree murder. Stephen Hinson, and you're gonna see Stephen, and you're gonna hear his interviews, and you're gonna hear his interrogation. Stephen Hinson has been sentenced to 29 years plus 5 years of mandatory parole in a plea deal for the murder of Levi Ortivez in January 2010. Police say on January 22nd, 2010, family members of 42-year-old Levi Ortiz of Colorado Springs reported him missing and said they were worried about him. Several interviews led investigators to search a home in the east central area of Colorado Springs on February 10th. So the interviews you're about to hear, well, this is one of the interviews, but they did a bunch of interviews on February 10th. The interview you're about to hear happened on February 10th. Evidence at the house was suspicious enough for detectives to believe a crime had occurred there. Stephen Hinson, 34, of Colorado Springs, was then arrested and charged with second-degree murder based off information from the investigation. Detectives searched a wooded area off of Gold Camp Road, roughly 15 miles east of Victor, on February 11th. It was there that they recovered the body of an adult male that they believed to be Ortivez. The El Paso County Coroner's Office autopsy results show the cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma. Hinson took a plea deal on charges of second-degree murder. He was sentenced Friday to 29 years plus 5 years of mandatory parole. Then there's a guy named Coit Holbert. I also have interviews with Coit. 39 was also arrested in February 2010 on charges of accessory to second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. According to court documents, those charges were dismissed in March 2011. All right, that's important to note, okay? Because in his interview, he tells a different story than everyone else, and so we're going to listen to these interviews. But that kind of gives you an understanding of what we're about to watch, and so you're about to look at the evidence yourself. This first video is of Kimberly Stevens, and she is being she is being interrogated, questioned, but you're not missing anything if you're here live, because this is the first time any of this evidence, any of these videos have ever been viewed to the public. Pretty sure no one's ever seen this, no one's ever YouTubed this, and I'm not even sure how the heck I ended up with it. So you're about to watch for the very first time some videos involving this case. They could very well involve another case that we've been looking into. And so instead of making judgments or coming into accusations or to try to make up stuff, I simply decided, hey, let's look at it. And over 50 discs ended up in my possession. And on those discs, those are official discs from the 4th Judicial District, are interrogations, questions, crime scene photos, all kinds of evidence photos to this murder. And then I think there may be some connections and some ties into another murder. And so that's why we're digging in this. Let's go. This one's going to be crazy. This is as real and as close to any investigation you could ever get. So what you're viewing is, let me see if I can make this full screen. There we go. What you're viewing is interrogation tapes. This is Kimberly Stevens sitting inside an interrogation room. And what you need to know is there are multiple interrogations going on right now. You'll hear even in this interrogation, later in the interrogation. All right, the officers are coming in.
No. Do you mind if I take some notes?
No.
I'll forget if I don't. It's Kimberly. What was your middle name again? Ann?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an E on the end of that?
No.
And Stevens with a V, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your date of birth again?
7/21/70.
70?
Mm-hmm. Too old to be doing this.
Time flies when we're having fun, doesn't it? I know I introduced myself to you when we were out there, but I'll do it again. Derek Graham with Colorado Springs Police Department. I want you to understand that you're not under arrest. You understand that? You're free to leave. You understand that? If you don't want to answer any questions, you don't have to.
That's going to make me look just as guilty as them.
If at any point you want to stop and you want to leave, all you got to do is say, I'm done, Derek, I want to go, and I'll give you right home. And it doesn't hurt my feelings. I mean, I want all I would like.
But then they would come back and arrest me.
I'm not saying that.
I am, because I know you guys.
Okay, but we talked. We chatted a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on, and what I want to talk to you about is I showed you a picture of the flyer of the guy that we were talking about. I want to chat with you a little bit about him and what's going on. And I probably will ask you some questions as we go along. And if you have any questions of me, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you and share with you what I possibly can.
That's why I'm looking else to leave, because you already know I'm implicated in it.
Okay, well, I just want you to know that you can if you want to. Okay? I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to prevent you. For some reason you want to leave, you can. I mean, I want to make that clear, that just so you understand that. I want to talk to you a little bit about that day when all this drama happened over at the house. What address are we talking about where this happened at?
2440 East St. Marie.
East St. Brain. Who lives there?
Me.
Who was living there at the time?
Oh, Lord.
There was you,
Kayla,
Kayla, and Kayla is who?
my daughter.
What's her last name?
Cursed.
Kerst. And
Yes.
that's your daughter. How old is Kayla?
21.
Okay. Who else?
Her baby Adriana,
Adriana. How old is Adriana?
9 months.
Okay. Anybody else?
Wacey.
What's his name?
Wacey.
How do you spell that?
Wacey, I believe.
Is that his legal name? Wacey? Do you know his last name?
No,
How old is Wacey?
just turned 20.
Just turned 20. Okay. Anybody else?
Smiley.
Smiley. Do you know Smiley's real name?
Mark Ballanty. Ballity.
Ballity. Do you know how to spell that?
Balicy.
How old is Mark?
Probably 45, I don't know.
45 or so. Okay. Anybody else?
At the time, Steve wasn't living there, so.
Steve was not living there. Those were the people that were living there at the time.
Yeah, Mike and Lori. Mike Argo.
I don't
know Lori's last name.
And Lori. How's Lori related to Mike?
They were boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay. So it's Mike's girlfriend.
Mhm.
Does Lori work?
She's on the run.
On the run? Is she wanted by the police?
Parole,
She has a parole warrant.
which she's so dumb because it's from an F6 10 years ago.
An F6?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's pretty stupid to run for that.
they're so overcrowded. They're probably just gonna,
Yeah, I mean, they ain't gonna hold that. They ain't gonna hold that force hardly anymore. It seems like.
Mm-mm.
But it's an F6 that she's on the run. Lori, is she white, black, or Hispanic?
She's white.
White. How old is she?
My age, probably 39.
39. Do you know where she was living or where she lived
I
before?
booted her out. No.
Okay. Anybody else besides Mike and Lori living there?
Yeah, I think that's it at
That's
the
it?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The day that I'm talking about, we talked a little bit about out there, out in front of the house when we were chatting when you were in my police car, and I had asked you about what all happened with the guy. What do you know him as? What do you know the name by? What do you call him?
Eli.
Eli? How long did you know Eli? How long did you know him?
I just met him the one time, and then that night.
So was that night the first time you met him, or was it another night?
First time I didn't even meet him. I wasn't introduced to him. I'd just seen him.
Where'd you see him at the first time?
He was getting a bag of pot.
Getting a bag of pot?
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
My house. He asked Steve if he could get it, and Steve asked, I don't know which roommate he asked for it, but
So he came over to your house?
yeah, he was walking by, and Steve said hi to him. I just waved, and he came walking up the driveway.
So he came walking up the driveway, and Steve was the one that had an interaction with him at that time?
Yeah, Steve went and asked for a bag of pot from, I don't know who he asked.
Pot, we're talking about marijuana, weed. Okay. So he got, somebody gave him some. Well, do you know when that happened? Approximately?
Well, I moved in there on the 1st.
1st of January. So it was after then sometime? And then, but you didn't really talk to the guy at that time. The next time when he came over, when all this, is this when everything happened? Do you remember what time it was? Do you remember who was all at the house before this guy came over?
It was me and Steve
And Steve, what's Steve's last name?
Hinson,
Spell it for me.
Henson.
Okay. Anybody else?
Mike and Lori.
Mike and Lori?
But they came and went all the time.
Okay.
So I don't know if they were there before he got there because he kept coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Eli did. Was Kayla there?
No, I remember when she got back because I had introduced her and Eli got pissed off at me for saying his name.
Okay, well, let's back up a little bit. When you're at the house and you wake up that morning, who's all there?
She said, I don't even know if I work because I never go downstairs. So you're talking the morning before?
The morning when all this drama happened. I mean, it happened later on that day, but do you remember who all was at the house earlier in the day? It was you. Was Steve there?
No, he was at his house.
Was Smiley there?
He had already left for work.
Smiley had left for work. Kayla?
I don't know if they stayed in Callahan that Sunday night. No, it was a Sunday
How do you know it was a Sunday night?
because it was a 3-day weekend because I didn't have to work. And I remember Smiley saying he had to work.
So it was a 3-day weekend. And the next day was going to be that Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And you say this was the 3-day weekend in January that we have the holidays where a lot of businesses are closed. Okay, I think I know what day we're talking about. So you think, where does Smiley work at?
So they're on Cascade. Some powder coating place.
Powder coating?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of work does he do?
I don't even know what powder coating is.
Okay. And so Smiley may have already left work,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know about your daughter Kayla and Weesey?
Yeah, because they sometimes go out to Callahan.
Okay.
I can't even remember.
All right. What happens as the day progresses? What's going on?
Steve comes over. We're drinking.
Steve come over by himself? Now I understand he has a son.
Yeah, his son just got there.
He's 16.
That's why Steve's been staying with me because, well, besides kicking all these wayward people out, but his son has really bad asthma too.
Okay. Did his son come over that day?
No, his son was still in Germany.
Son was still in Germany. Okay. What happened next?
Cody wanted me to meet him at the bar for a drink.
Okay. Had you seen Cody earlier in the day?
I was talking to him.
Talked to him. And what's Cody's last name?
I can't even. Holbert or something like that. My daughter would know it.
Cody Holbert. Okay, and he wanted to meet you. He wanted you to meet him at the bar.
Yeah, we used to
Which
go
bar?
drinking. He was at. I went somewhere because I remember Cody yelling at me because I wasn't at the bar yet, and he said that his friend dropped this. There was another person there. Because Cody got mad because his friend dropped this fat, ugly, cross-eyed chick with him at the bar, and he goes, I'm in public waiting for you. So, and I wasn't at home yet, and he was mad. I can't remember that girl's name. Come to find out, she was dating Cody. Because I showed her the text that Cody was sending me, the hateful text. Because Cody came in the house and.
So did you go meet Cody?
No, he got tired of waiting and came to the house.
Okay. So you never went to wherever he was at. Did he come over by himself?
No, but some chick. All I know when this couple happened, the look that Cody gave me.
So he came over with some chick.
Yeah, some girl.
Do you know her name?
No, I can't remember.
Was she white, black, or
It was
Hispanic?
white girl.
How old is she?
I'd say mid-20s.
How tall?
Probably like 5'5",
Weight?
180.
Sort of heavy. Okay. Do you remember what time Cody and this girl came over?
Nine or 10-ish.
9 or 10 at night?
Yeah. I know for a fact Kayla and Lacey weren't there.
They were not there?
Because I sent her a text and I said, Cody's here. Kayla was afraid that Cody was going to beat up Lacey.
Okay. So they came over 9 and 10. When Cody and this girl come over, you're there. Who else is there?
Steve was there then.
Steve's there.
Mike and Lori.
Mike and Lori.
And Smiley was in his room.
Smiley. Okay. After Cody and this girl come over,
I had the baby too.
you had the baby that night.
Mhm.
After Cody and this girl come over, at what point does
Kayla?
Eli come over?
I don't know, because like I said, he was there like 3 different times.
So he came and gone throughout the day?
Well, not throughout the day, just that night.
That night?
Yeah, and because we were playing darts, and the drunker he got, it was just weird because the thing to keep the score was behind him. And at first it was fun that I was marking everybody's score. It was me, him, and Steve playing darts.
You, him, and Steve. You, Eli, and Steve playing darts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then it got to where I couldn't even stand behind him. You got to move over there. Eli kept saying that.
Okay.
And Steve walked over and I said, he's got to go. I had a feeling that, because I knew Cody was coming over. And I just knew something was going to, skinhead and I guess he's gang affiliated. I don't know.
Who is?
Eli.
Eli, okay.
Yeah. He was saying, can you even say it? Serrano or something?
Serenios.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I knew they'd butt heads. So Steve walked him home.
Okay.
And then
Do you know where Eli lives?
I just know it's up the street.
Okay.
And then we thought that George was, because him and Tammy were going to stop by. We thought that was the George that had, when they had Eli out the street. So Steve walked out there and got him.
Got who?
Eli.
Okay.
And ran back in the house. And Cody was there. Cody sat on the couch. Eli came in the room, they were smoking a joint.
Who's they?
Stephen.
Steve and Eli
Yeah.
were smoking a joint. Okay.
Yeah.
Which room in the house are they doing this in?
Mine, upstairs.
Upstairs. Which room?
If you go down the hall, it's on the left.
The bedroom. Okay.
And then Cody left to go somewhere. So I called Kayla. I said, if you're coming, come now. Because they could go downstairs.
Right.
Cody wouldn't even know that Lacey was there. So I do. Well, then Cody wants to talk to Kayla out on the front porch.
So did Cody leave?
I think he went to the liquor store or something.
Okay. Do you know which liquor store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Cody came in the room. and offered Eli a shot, and was talking to him, shook his hand, and then Eli started saying how Steve was disrespecting him and everything, and I said he needs to go now, because then I started getting mad.
Who are you saying he needs to go now to?
Steve.
Okay.
And Steve had walked him home again. They were just they're talking or whatever. Steve gave him a joint, I guess, of the rest of what was left, and he forgot his coat, so he came back again. And I was like, he is not gonna stay. Well, with everybody drinking and everything, Cody was pretty heated about him saying that he was disrespecting him and stuff. So,
Who's Eli saying is now disrespecting him?
no, Cody was, Eli was saying that Cody was disrespecting him,
Okay.
which Cody wasn't.
At this point, did anybody else come over?
No, I was in the room.
Do you know if Tamara or Georgia came over?
Mike and Lori were in and out. I know Tammy did. I don't think George did.
Okay.
Because that's when Eli called me a bitch for introducing him to Tammy.
So you introduced Eli to Tammy?
Yeah.
You don't remember if got introduced to George or not?
No, George didn't come over because the cops were in the area,
Okay. And then when you introduced Eli by name to Tammy, Eli called you a bitch?
Mm-hmm. For
Okay.
saying his name, I didn't know.
Right.
You never use a gangster's real name. It's just going on. Now, by now, I'm feeling pretty good
What do you mean by you're feeling pretty good?
because we were drinking.
How much had you to drink?
We were just doing shots. I have no idea.
Were you drunk?
Mm-mm.
Were you feeling a buzz?
Oh, a little bit, because there's certain alcohols that make me, angered.
Right.
And I told Steve, get him out of here now. Well, apparently Eli felt the same thing, still about Cody disrespecting him.
Okay.
Because he came back and he had blades up here in his mouth.
What do you mean by he had blades up here in his mouth?
They just metal blades in his mouth.
Who did, Eli?
And he had a screwdriver in his pocket.
Okay.
And he told Steve that he was gonna stick Cody or something like that because I know Steve went out to get a drink. And I was laying like this, foot in my bed.
Okay.
Long ways. And Steve was talking about what you gotta go do because I'm gonna get freaky with Kim.
Who did Steve say that to?
Eli.
That he needed to do what again?
That he had to go home.
Okay.
And
I don't want to make any assumptions, but he made a comment he wanted to get freaky with you. What did that mean?
he went to have sex.
Okay. Go on.
And Steve went out of the room. I was something to tell Cody and that girl that they had to leave too.
And that girl being who?
And the one that Cody came with.
Okay, so you thought Steve had gone out. Okay, and you're in your bedroom at this point.
Mhm.
Is your bedroom upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
Then,
Is Kayla there?
yeah, at this point, yeah.
Kayla had come home.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd she come home with?
Wacy.
Okay. Anybody?
While Cody was gone.
Okay, well, Cody'd gone to probably the liquor store. You're not sure where he went. Kayla and Wacy come home.
Mhm.
Then what happened? After Steve's telling everybody they need to leave.
When Steve went out, Eli says, not if I stick you before him. I'm just sitting there going, just get this guy out of the house. I don't know if you meant stick me as in stab me or stick me as in. But when Steve came in, he was hovered over me. See, I'm face down, so I don't know this.
Okay.
And too many abusive relationships. I take a blow better to the back of the head than I do with my face. And I heard Steve come in and says, this is for, so dude, out of here now. And Eli started getting loud. But I knew he was close because, I'm like this. You could feel like the heat, I knew he was close. I know he was up
You
against
know
the bed.
Eli was close?
Yeah.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay, what's
By
Steve?
my head. Steve said, dude, you gotta get out of here now.
What's Eli saying?
And oh, well, let's take this outside. Steve said it doesn't have to be like this.
Eli said that?
Steve said it doesn't have to be like this.
And Eli is one that's like, let's take this outside.
Yeah, getting stupid.
Okay.
Well, Cody hears it. So Cody gets up. And Cody walks out first. Then Eli. Then Steve. Well, Steve's watching to make sure that Eli's not going to stick Cody in the back.
Okay.
Because he's watching him reach into his pocket.
And where are you at when you see this?
This is just what Steve told me.
This is what you're told.
The last I seen is those three walking out my bedroom door.
Okay.
Okay. Then I hear like a scuffle.
Where did you hear the scuffle taking place at?
In the backyard.
Okay.
And I guess, Steve came in and he had a stab mark on his knee.
Okay.
Where Eli spun on the steps and tried to stab at Steve.
Okay. And this is something Steve tells you later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Steve punches him.
Okay.
Steve's a big guy.
Mm-hmm. He's a big man.
And Eli fell off the steps backwards.
Okay.
Out cold. Well, not knocked out, And
And again, you're learning this information where?
From Steve.
From Steve. Okay, go on.
Because when I looked out the window, because Cody, remember I told you that Cody had said, can I have him now?
Mm-hmm.
And that was right before Steve had walked out of the room.
Okay.
To tell Cody to, just getting everybody out of the house. And so Steve helps him to his feet.
Now, are you seeing this, or is there something you learned?
That's something I learned.
Okay.
And I went to the window when I heard the scuffling.
Okay, which window did you go to?
My bedroom window.
Okay,
And I
so
pulled the
your
curtain back.
bedroom looks down into the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I seen Steve like straight out. And I said, at first when I pulled it back, I said, Kayla's coming up the stairs, hoping they'd stop.
Okay.
Steve said, get away from the window. And I didn't see nothing else, but, when Steve, I followed his voice,
Who'd you see in the backyard when you looked down beside Steve?
just Steve.
Did you see Cody?
No.
Did you see Eli?
No.
Okay.
Steve was more out towards the fence.
Okay.
And then I sat on my bed and I remember Steve coming in vaguely.
How long
And
did
Mike
you-
and Lori had just came back too, because they were freaked out because they seen the blood on Steve's hands.
Okay.
And Steve told me from where he helped him up, fight like a man, if he was going to stab him. And the rest is just like,
How long?
Cody came in and told me to walk that girl down the street. Don't call a cab to the house. Walk her down the street.
Okay. Did you do that?
Yeah, but I got scared because it's dark and my mind was racing, and I knew the further I walked her, I'd have to be walking home by myself.
So where did you walk her to?
The stop sign, East Hills.
Okay, and what happened there?
I just seen Cody's Jeep come flying around the corner.
You saw Cody's what?
Jeep come flying around the corner.
What kind of Jeep does Cody drive?
It's a tan, goldish color.
Jeep? Do you know what kind of Jeep?
No, that's a newer one.
Do you know the difference between like a CJ5 and a Jeep Cherokee? Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
which kind of Jeep does he drive?
It was like the newer Jeeps. Wasn't a Grand Cherokee. Well,
It's a newer Jeep.
yeah. It's not a CJ5. That's what my sister has.
Okay.
Or had.
Is it bigger than that CJ5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what Jeep Cherokee looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Not one of those.
It's more aerodynamic, I guess you could say.
Okay.
It's not as blocky looking.
Right.
And then when Cody came in the house, the look he gave me.
Okay, well, I'm going to slow you down a little bit. You hear the commotion, you go back to the back window, and you look out your bedroom window in the backyard, and all you see at this point is Steve. How long do you look out that back window?
Not long.
What's not long?
Because I pulled it back and I said, I wasn't even looking. I just said, Kayla's coming up the stairs, which she wasn't.
Right.
And then when Steve said, get out of the window. And, I looked up and he was right there.
Okay.
And I sat on my bed.
Okay.
And then Cody came in and told me to get that girl out
So
of
you were
there.
sitting in your bed in your bedroom, and Cody came in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Did he come in the room before Steve or after Steve?
I want to say it was after.
Okay.
I want to say that Steve came in right after he seen me in the window.
Okay. What, and did you notice anything unusual about Steve?
No, just that he had just blood on his hand.
Blood in his hands. How much blood?
Not a lot, just like if you like it wasn't a lot.
Okay. Did it look like he had cut himself or anything like that?
No, it just looks like he dotted somebody in the nose or something,
Okay.
It wasn't a lot.
So it wasn't like they were covered all red. It was just some
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah, just like
Both hands or just one hand?
I think the other one had a little blood on it too. But I mean, it was just like it fit, and then he helped dude to his feet.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that he helped him to his feet to fight like a man.
When everything that you didn't see that Steve told you about, when did Steve tell you that? Was it at that time or another time?
Another time.
Another time. But at that time, he just told you that he helped the guy up.
Yeah.
And he said it was Eli.
Yeah.
They say how Eli ended up on the ground.
Yeah, he said Eli spun around, stuck him in the knee, and Steve hit him, but it was on the stairs.
Okay. Did you notice any injuries to Steve on his knee where he said he'd been stuck?
Yeah.
Was he wearing pants or anything?
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of pants?
No, I don't.
Color?
He's only got two pairs, so.
Okay. What happened next?
And then Steve went outside and Cody came in and that's when he told me to get the girl out of there, make her call a cab down the street. And I told her to use my cell phone to call a cab,
Did she
stop
use-
right. And she said, no, I'm okay. I'm just going to walk from here. She ended up getting a ride from somebody, I don't know.
But you don't know if Yellow Cab came and got her or not.
I made her take down my number and call me when she got home. She said that some young kid said, why are you walking by yourself? And he was waiting for a ride for his mom to pick him up. And his mom gave her a ride, she said.
Okay, but she didn't know who that was that gave her a ride.
Uh-uh.
And you don't remember the girl's name.
I don't even think I was ever told it.
Okay. Did the girl call you back later?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Because I showed her a text. She said she was with Cody. And Cody kept saying that he was there. His friend dropped her there at the bar and he was embarrassed of her and this and that. And I showed her the text. Not to be mean.
Right.
She said they had been like dating for over a month. And I'm like, really? Oh, look at this. And she hasn't talked to him since, I guess.
So you had, did Cody say anything else about what happened? Anyway?
He just said that he was beat up and they were going to take him somewhere and make him walk back.
Okay, go on.
But when Steve came in the house, again, this is what he told me. He said, the look I had on my face was just, and then Smiley finding me just standing there in the hall. I don't remember none of that.
Okay. What happened next?
Then I got a call. Oh God, it was morning time.
Do you remember making any phone calls, being all upset, talking to anybody about what happened?
Tammy had called. I don't even know what I told her. All I know is she knew something was wrong in my voice.
Okay. How long did you and Tammy talk?
I have no idea. She came over. I don't even know what time she got there.
Did she come over by herself?
Yes.
Do you remember if George was with her?
George showed up later.
Okay. And it was the next morning.
She had came by to make sure I was okay.
What time was that?
But I didn't talk to her until later on, like a couple days later about it.
Okay, but
Because
what time
Cody
was
was
it?
up my ass.
What time was it that she came over to check on you?
Oh, I don't even know. I know I got a phone call asking if I could get them a ride from 8th Street.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, are you okay? I didn't care about Cody. I just cared about Steve.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned that you'd walk this girl down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that?
Yeah, to East Hills.
Okay, and then you came back?
Yeah.
What happens when you got back to the house?
I went downstairs and woke Kayla up.
Okay. What'd you tell Kayla?
Told Kayla, I said, they just beat up Eli in the backyard.
Okay.
And she said, why? And I said, because Steve came in the room and he was standing over me. And he had called me a bitch and Kayla a bitch. Oh, I don't know when it was, but that's another reason Steve told him that he had to go the last time.
It was because
I don't know if I went to the bathroom or whatever, but I went into Smiley's room. And Steve said that he had threatened Kayla, the baby, and me. And Steve said something, you better, if you do anything to, he was saying that we're like his family. And if anything happens to any of us, he better make sure that it's a night that Steve's staying the night there.
Okay, and he's saying this to who?
Steve said it to Eli.
Eli? Did you hear that?
I heard part of it. Don't
Okay.
threaten my family is what I heard.
Was that before they went outside?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hear Eli making any threats?
Well, yeah, he told me he was going to fuck me up for introducing him. I don't.
Okay. Earlier, you made some reference to Cody doing something else that night. What else did Cody do that you remember seeing?
I didn't see it, but Mike and Lori told me they came upstairs and he was cutting rope.
He was cutting rope.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get the rope from?
My ex was an electrician, and it's not even rope, it's wire feed.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a rope. It almost looks like rappelling rope.
Okay.
And like I said, I had just moved into the house. So.
And Mike and Lori told you they saw that?
Yeah. Oops, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. Go on.
So then I just remember him just being arrogant. But after Cody came in and looked at me, it's like it's like I know I was freaked out walking back from walking that girl down the street. But after Cody had flew past me in his car, I figured, well, he ain't at the house.
Was anybody in the car with Cody?
I didn't see nobody else. Cody's windows are tinted, but I don't know if Steve met up with him or if Steve left with him. When I got back to the house, Steve wasn't there.
Steve wasn't there? So you don't know if Steve was in there with him or not?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So you're in the house, and when you get back in the house, when does Mike and Lori start telling you about Cody cutting up rope?
Yeah, they told Kayla about it first. Kayla kept saying, "Mom, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid." And then Kayla's the one that told me. And then Mike and Lori, that's a couple days later. And then Mike and Lori told me that they seen it, and they're the ones that told Kayla. Because I was steering Kayla, and remember I told you I was steering Kayla away from, whatever might have happened, because I didn't know what Mike and Lori had told her.
Okay. Did Mike and Lori spend the night there the rest of the night?
No, they left.
They left?
Mhm.
Do you know where they were staying at?
At Mike's dad's house. He lives somewhere on St. Vrain. I don't know. I know they owe me money, and I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it when he got his tax money back. But then Kayla came back and she said, "Mom, I'm so sorry that I, didn't believe you." From what Mike and Lori, because Kayla was going to the store. No, she was going to a liquor store for me. And she forgot her ID. And she came back. And she goes, "I just seen it, Eli walking down the street."
Okay. When did Steve come back after he left?
He called me in the morning and asked he asked if Kayla could come pick him up on 8th Street. Kayla wasn't there. Or she was sleeping or something. Always he had the truck.
Okay.
And I had a friend coming in from out east, and I just had her go pick him up.
Okay. Do you know who's the friend that went and picked him up?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Mhm.
Do you know Ronnie's last name?
No.
Ronnie, a female?
Yeah.
White, black, or Hispanic?
White.
How old?
52. Because she was talking about it.
52.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know her phone number?
No.
Did she call your phone or you call her phone?
Yeah, I have 3 identical phones, and I can't get none of them to charge. I have none of my numbers.
Okay. So Ronnie actually picked up Steve and brought him to your house?
Mm-hmm.
Where did she pick Steve?
Cody was with him too.
They were together? Where did they pick him up at?
I don't even know. Somewhere on 8th Street.
On 8th Street? Okay.
See, I didn't know that Cody was with him. Steve just said, "Can you find me a ride? Can Kayla come pick me up?" I'm on 8th Street. Because he'll do that. He'll just disappear.
Okay.
He says that we're together, but we're not together.
Okay.
No cheating, no strings attached, but we're together.
Right.
I don't care what he says.
Right. So when he comes back, what do you ask him?
I didn't ask him really. I was talking to Ronnie and Joe because Cody came back to the house too.
Okay.
And I don't speak in front of Cody. I don't.
Where was there blood at that you cleaned up?
Just outside the glass door.
In the back?
Mm-hmm. And
Is there any blood on the carpet or the floor?
just where Steve's leg was bleeding. I don't know if it was
Okay.
it was just like just an itty bitty, just a little drop. I mean, it was just.
Did you tell Tammy about what happened?
Yeah, I talked to her.
Okay. Is everything you're telling me what you told Tammy? Because I already know.
I cannot honestly say I don't know what I told Tammy. Because at my house with that many people there, Cody told me not to,
Cody told you not to what?
speak of anything.
Okay. And what did you take that to mean?
Well, my daughter being with him, just don't speak of that night,
Okay. And here's the moment of truth about you being honest, is you know a lot more than what you told me. And I know that.
I don't know what I told her. You can have my phone. I mean,
No, what I'm saying, Kim, is that I know you know a lot more than what you've
I
shared
do
so
know
far.
That when Steve came in, he asked me for a blanket.
Okay, did you give him a blanket?
No, I didn't give him nothing. I was
Did
sitting
he take a blanket?
He did get into the hall closet.
He got into the hall closet?
Yeah.
And what did he take out of the hall closet?
I know he pulled something and 2 pillowcases came into the room because the hall closet's right there. But I didn't see what he had taken out. But I know he grabbed something
Why did he ask you for a blanket?
because they were going to take him up somewhere and make him walk back. And they didn't want blood in Cody's vehicle. Cody did slide off the road somewhere. I don't know where. And that's why they needed a ride. They hitchhiked back.
Do you know where they hitchhiked back from? Remember when I asked you, you know where they took this guy?
No, some reservoir. Because I had to call. I don't know where the vehicle was, but I can tell you what they told me to tell the tow truck.
Which tow truck driver did you take call?
Centennial. They're personal friends of mine.
Centennial?
Uh,
Centennial went up and towed their vehicle?
no, because when Cody was at my house, he went back to his grandma's, I guess, and found a ride up there to get his personal stuff out of the car. And he said when I got up there, it was all shot up and everything. So the towing company was going to go up there.
Okay.
But they weren't going to waste the trip up there. It was the Stinger truck, until we got a hold of Cody to find out if the tire still had air in it,
Right.
And we couldn't get a hold of Cody. That was the next night, and then when we finally got a hold of Cody, he said that the tires were still aired up, but there's a reservoir by Cripple Creek. The vehicle was by the outside the back entrance.
Do you know the name of the reservoir?
Is Cheeseman up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They talked about going up to Cheeseman.
They just were telling me to tell it's at the back entrance to Cheeseman Reservoir. And they would see it off the side of the road.
Did Centennial go up there and get the vehicle?
No.
Where's the vehicle at now?
I called Cody and I said, did you ever go get it? And he said, yeah, he borrowed a car dolly and went and got it himself. I was going to go get it and take it to the crusher and get money because Cody owes me money too.
Okay.
He doesn't owe me that much. I just don't care for Cody.
So Cody told you about this?
Yeah.
Steve tell you about doing this too?
No. Steve was with his son.
But Steve went with him out there.
Oh.
Up to Cheeseman.
Yeah. When they got stuck. Yeah.
Who told you about them getting stuck?
Cody did.
Did Steve also tell you about that?
I'm sure he did. How they slid off the road.
Okay. Why did they go up to Cheeseman?
Trying to make him walk back from there. No. Probably did. You already said it's a murder case.
Mm-hmm.
So probably to dump the body.
Okay. But I need to know if that's what they told you.
No, that's not what they told me.
I need to hear from you what they told you and again, like I told you,
Well, I'm assuming that they didn't tell me that.
They didn't what?
They didn't tell me that. Cody is a firm believer in women should be seen, not heard.
Okay.
So he has this saying, don't speak unless spoken to.
Okay.
I mean, neither one of them ever said that they went up there to dump the body. Because
But
Cody's not going to say nothing to me because he has heard that I was a rat.
okay,
Cody is not. Yeah, I probably told Tammy if I went up there to dump the body, I'm not fucking stupid.
okay, that's what I'm trying to get at, is you might have told other people that.
Yeah, I'm sure I did because I'm not fucking stupid.
Did you go?
Fuck no.
Gotta ask.
No.
Okay, but you know more than what you've shared with me. You're leaving
That's-
some stuff out.
Ask me and I'll tell you. I don't.
I need you to hear from you and help me understand a little bit more, because you're leaving some stuff out.
I know that they burned some things coming back down the road.
Or they burn.
Let's get us in the blanket and stuff.
Okay, who told you that?
Nobody told me that. Oh, about the fire?
Yeah.
Steve said that Cody was making little fires coming down the road.
Okay. Whereabouts was that?
Had to be right around there where the vehicle was.
Okay. And then what happened? Steve shares a lot more with you. I gotta tell you that. And I know that, and I understand, and I can appreciate why you would want not to tell me. But all I can share with you, Kim, is it's important that you're honest with me.
Yeah, I have been, I think, pretty freaking on
Pretty.
That's why
But
I
that's
was
not,
trying to think.
there's
what
a
else.
difference between pretty and completely.
Just that they were burning like their boots and stuff.
Okay,
So,
who
yeah,
told
I
you
think-
about them burning their boots?
Steve did. Cody won't tell me nothing.
Okay, Steve told you about that. Okay,
But because I was kind of laughing because the fires that Cody was building, and then they slid off the road. Cody says, "Well, looks like we're hitchhiking back to the Springs." And Steve said, "My boots were in that fire." And Cody jumped out and ran down.
got the burning boots. Okay, what did Steve do with the burning boots?
They had just started melting, but put them on and they started walking.
Okay, and how did they get back down here?
He said they walked for like 4 miles. And then they got a ride.
Who gave him a ride?
I have no idea.
Did they call somebody, or did?
Steve kept trying to call me from up there. And he couldn't get service.
Okay,
So I don't know. I
Did
asked
Steve
him,
have
he
a
said
phone?
they hitchhiked.
Did Steve have a phone number then?
Mm-hmm.
What's the number?
Same one he has now.
What's that number?
Okay, this is 433. I believe it's 9371.
That's Steve's number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he said he was up in the mountains. And did he tell you he hitchhiked, or did he get a ride with somebody he knew?
He told me he hitchhiked.
Okay. Well,
Once they got to a road that had traffic on it,
okay. How did he get back down to the Springs?
he said they hitchhiked and got picked up.
Okay.
And I said, well, when he called me, they finally got service. He said, don't worry. I said, well, when are you going to be there?
What time did he call you? What time of day was this?
Say around 7 in the morning.
7 a.m.?
Yeah, because he woke me
And
up.
was that the following morning?
Yes.
So it would have been on a Monday morning.
No, it would have been on a Tuesday morning because Monday is when we were all drinking and everything.
Because I was under the impression this happened on a Sunday night, not a Monday night. Because you were talking about being off the next day.
Yeah, well, you had asked me what had happened that morning when I woke up, the start of the day, and that would have been Monday morning.
So
Because
so this
remember,
argument, this fight, everything that you're talking about
happened on a
involving
Monday because
happened on a Monday night.
yeah, because I told you I didn't know Smiley I was wondering why he had to work
Okay,
because it was a holiday.
because it was a holiday. Okay,
Remember?
all right,
Okay.
that makes sense. So it would have been Tuesday morning that he called
Yes.
you. Okay. And how long did you talk to him on the phone?
So he just said, find me a ride. I said, well, when are you going to be there? He said to the Waffle House on 8th Street. And when I was trying to call for a ride, somebody said, you know, there ain't a Waffle House no more on 8th Street. It's a car wash. And see, at the point, at this time, I didn't know if he was with Cody or not.
Okay.
I didn't know if they split up or, you know, and I was not going to ask questions.
Okay. So did you later talk to Steve on Tuesday then?
Yeah, I got him a ride back to the house.
Who gave him a ride?
And my friend Ronnie picked him up.
Ronnie? And you called Ronnie?
Yeah, she was on her way into town anyway, so.
And do you know Ronnie's number?
It's in my phone, like I said, my battery, I can't get none of them to charge. Which one of them?
Where does Ronnie live at?
Ellicott somewhere. In a nasty, nasty trailer.
Does she work?
No.
Do you know where she lives?
Off of Ellicott Highway, I know that.
You've
It's
been to her
north of-
house?
No. I know of people that have. It's just gross out there. The floor's all rotted out. Not for me.
So did you make phone calls from your phone that morning to Ronnie?
hmm
And Ronnie answered, and then you...
Well, yeah, Ronnie had called me, and then I called her back, and then I called Steve.
Who'd Ronnie pick up?
Steve and Cody,
Steve and Cody? Where'd she give him a ride to?
my house.
Okay, what happened when they got back?
I was just talking to Ronnie because Cody was
Okay.
sitting there.
Right? Did you see Steve's clothes?
hmm
Did he have these boots on that were melted?
Yeah, they weren't melted, but you could see like the soot.
Okay, whatever happened to those boots?
I thought they were on my back porch.
Are they still there?
I have no clue.
What color
I
are
don't
they?
tan. I don't.
There's tan boots in the house that he put on. They look new though.
hmm
Are those the boots or are they another pair?
They were just like those.
Just like those?
Yeah.
Did he have to go out and buy a new pair of boots?
Well, yeah, because there was black stuff on his.
So the boots that he put on, I mean, they look new to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you with him when he bought the new boots?
No, I sent him with the money though.
Okay, where did he go buy the boots at?
Probably Walmart. If we look right there.
Do you know if that's where he went?
Not positive, but I'm pretty sure because he walked.
Okay.
There's no other stores.
When did he do that?
Right after Cody had left.
So it'd have been on that Tuesday?
Mhm.
What time did Cody leave?
They sat there for right till like 10. And then he got a ride with Ronnie and Joe because Ronnie and Joe had to go to work. Joe is Ronnie's husband, by the way.
Did he go with them when they picked him up?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he was with him. He was trying to get dropped off at work.
So Joe went with Ronnie when they picked up Cody and them?
Mhm.
Where's Joe work at?
He's self-employed.
What kind of work does he do?
He does locksmithing. He does construction. Right now he's doing
What's Joe's last name?
same as Ronnie's.
And you don't know what that is?
I know Ronnie's brother's last name's Wilson, but I don't know.
Ronnie has a brother named Wilson. What's his?
Chuck Wilson.
Chuck. And that's Ronnie's brother.
But yeah, I don't know their last name. Oh, I don't know if it's their last name, but I know her daughter's last name is McBrayer or something. McBrayer. So that I don't even know if Joe is her, real dad, but I know that's Ronnie's daughter.
Last name is McBrayer.
Yeah.
What's her daughter's name?
Chrissy's.
How old is
I was
she?
in prison. Was it, 24.
You say you were in prison with Chrissy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I don't know if it's Chrissy or Christy or.
all right. Did Joe and Ronnie ever ask Steve and Cody what's going on?
I have no idea.
So you don't know what kind of conversation?
Uh-uh.
Where do they pick him up at?
I want to say the McDonald's.
McDonald's,
I think
where
it's
after Main Street?
Yeah. Yeah, because Steve had brought me a sausage McMuffin thing. And then when Ronnie and Joe left, and Cody, Steve left and went up to his house.
Where's Steve live at?
I don't know, the address is up the street on St. Rain.
Does Steve have any nicknames he goes by?
Way, way, way back in the day. Not
Like
now.
what?
Shadow?
Shadow? You ever heard anybody named Tattoo Steve?
Yeah, I know a Tattoo Steve.
Is this the same Steve or is it a different Steve?
Different?
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. Tattoo Steve's in prison for a while.
Okay. Do you need a break? You need to use the bathroom? Need anything?
My stomach, my nerves. It's just, I'm racking my brain because I don't know what I told Tammy. You know, it's just like just to be able to tell somebody.
Okay. Sit tight for a minute.
What are you going to do?
Talk to my boss for a sec.
All right, what we're listening to, if you're lost, because I know it can be difficult to understand what's going on if you just joined. This is an interview with Megan Stevens. Megan is telling a story of something that took place at a house that she was living at with her boyfriend, Steve, who we have video of him. He was later arrested for the murder of Levi, who she is referring to as Eli. The gentleman she's referring to as Cody is actually Coit. And then she's talking about her boyfriend Stephen, who he goes by his name. She's being questioned after information came in, or after the disappearance of Levi Ortivez. It's Ortivez. You can look this case up online. Stephen was sentenced to 29 years in prison. But what you're going to hear is you're going to hear an interview with Stephen. You're going to hear more interview with Kim. I also have interviews with everyone else that they have actually mentioned. Michael, Tamra, all of these people that have even been mentioned in this interview. We have those interviews. And so, no, I thought her boyfriend was Cody. No, Cody is actually Coit. First of all, that's not Cody is not his real name. It's Coit. It's Coyote Holbert, Holbert. And in the article, it says that Coit Holbert, 39, was also arrested in February 2010 on charges of accessory to second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. According to the court documents, those charges were dismissed in 2011. There's a good chance the reason those charges were dismissed, because you'll hear later in an interview they did with him, he tells the story of very different version of the story that this lady's telling. He tells a story of a very violent murder. Stephen tells a different story still of a slightly different version of this story. Um, this Kim, I don't believe, after doing my cross references, I I don't know if this is the same Kim that Mindy Lee was with, because um, I believe that Kim had a different last name. And so I'm still trying to put the pieces together on where and why this connection is, how this case may be connected to Mindy. I've got to talk to Vicky a little bit. I've got to talk to some other people. Um, is the girl Kim or Megan? This is Kim. This is not Megan. She looks a lot like Megan from the Heidi Brizard case, but this is not Megan. This is Kim. Her name is Kim Stevens. Now, it very well could be the Kim that Mindy was with, but I haven't put that together yet. And so I don't want to I'm not saying that this is, I'm simply saying that this is a case that was literally dropped in my lap by the family. I have 55 or 54 discs of video interviews, of phone conversations, of crime scene photos. We have the crime scene photos from everything she's talked about at that house. We have the crime scene, or we have the scene photos from where they found the body. They did recover the body that they're talking about, and all of that. So we're going to get into all that. This interview is a little bit longer. Let me see if we can skip through here and see when you can tell she is not doing good right now, but it looks like it's 10:24. I don't know if this is in the morning or the evening. All right, so he comes back in here. Let's see what happens when he comes back in.
More than happened at the house than what you're telling me. A lot more.
I didn't. Like I said, I got out of the window.
Sorry about that, guys. I put it on mute, and I didn't mean to put it on mute. It'll be back. You'll get to hear. He basically just calls her a liar. He's about to call her a liar and say, "You're not telling me everything."
See who that is?
Yes, I did.
Who's that?
Cody.
That's Cody.
See, it looks scary.
I don't disagree with that. The other detective that you saw at the house, Detective Hap, is the one that was talking to Steve. I wanted to step out of the room because I wanted to have a chance to talk to Detective Hap.
All right.
What Steve's saying. I want you to know that Steve is being more cooperative.
So Vicky is in chat right now. I just want to let you guys know Vicky is in chat, and she's confirming that this girl Kim was indeed a friend of Mindy's. So there's two Kims involved in Mindy's case. There's Kim Shriver, I think is her name, Kim Tuttle, Kim Shriver before I think her name was Kim Tuttle. Then there's this Kim Stevens. Vicky's mom is confirming that this girl Kim is a friend of Mindy. So this could be, in fact, the reason this Kim could have talked to Mindy and told Mindy what happened, and thus
then I thought he would be
where we get.
cooperative about what happened. And I know based on my conversation, not only now with a lot of other people, but also Steve, there's a lot more that you haven't totally shared with me. So I just want to throw that
I was
out.
sitting here thinking, I don't.
So the ball's in your court a little bit about.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what I haven't told you, or I mean, are you talking about at the house, or?
Yeah, well, let's start there. A lot more happens at the house, and you see a lot more than happens at the house than what you're telling me. A lot more.
I didn't. I said I got out of the window. I told you about him coming in and getting the blanket. And I do know that he didn't die there. They did wrap him up and put him in Cody's Jeep,
Okay.
and he was still alive.
Okay. Who saw that?
I didn't see it. This is what Steve told me.
Steve told you that he didn't die there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did Steve tell you happened at the house?
Just that when he turned around to stab Steve, Steve punched him.
Okay.
And it, like Steve said, that it like caved in his face.
Okay. And then what happened?
And he said he stood him on his feet. Well, if you just caved in somebody's face, you're not going to stand up. I don't think.
And what Steve said Cody did?
Stabbed him in the side.
Okay, you've left that part out. Let's talk
I
about
completely forgot about that one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So what Steve tell you more about what happened?
Just that I guess there is quite a bit more. Not
Mhm.
quite a bit, but
There's more.
Cody made Steve, I guess he was like gurgling,
Who's gurgling?
Eli.
Okay.
And I guess Cody had threatened, I don't know this, again, this is what Steve told me.
I understand.
Steve told me that Cody threatened him. But, you know, if he didn't shut him up.
Okay. So what Steve do to shut him up?
He wouldn't tell me exactly, but he just said he climbed in the back. I think he suffocated him because he said that he had his hand over his mouth.
Steve told you that?
Mm-hmm.
And how did he get in? What vehicle did they put him in?
Cody's.
Who told you that?
Cody's vehicle was the only vehicle there.
Okay, but who told you they put the body in the vehicle?
Cody, they were getting ready to leave, remember? And he had that girl go out and start it. And, well, Steve came in and got the blanket. I'm just not stupid, you know.
I understand.
And I'm assuming that's what Cody did while Steve came in the house to get the blanket.
Okay.
And then, so I don't even know when they put him in the vehicle because Cody came in to tell me to walk that chick down the street. He didn't want a cab coming there. And he gave me I'll never forget his look.
Okay. Did you see anybody with a knife?
No, I didn't see nobody with a knife. But Cody always carries one.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he just got a new one because he gave Kayla his fly knife for fishing. He taught my daughter how to fish and stuff.
Okay.
But Cody always carries one.
All right.
So Steve told me that Cody stuck him in the side.
With a knife? Do you know which knife?
No.
Do you know what happened to the knife?
No. I just know they got rid of it. It could have been Cody's, it could have been one out of the kitchen. I don't know.
Okay. And you said Steve told you that he suffocated the guy?
Well, he didn't tell me that he suffocated him.
What did he say
He
that he
just told
did?
me that he put his hand over his mouth. But he was pretty much gone at that point. He was just gurgling, is what Steve said.
Okay.
And Steve said he wasn't going to make it. So Steve didn't want him to suffer.
Okay.
And plus Cody threatened him. And then
How did Cody threaten Steve?
I'm not sure, but I know that they went out a couple weeks ago. And then when they got to the old Calamity Dams Roadhouse, they called me and wanted me to go up there. And I went up there and Steve, or
Went up where?
to Roadhouse 24, and
Where's-
met up with them to have a beer across the street from Fargo's on Platte.
Okay.
And they were both of them shit-faced already. And I thought they were going to set me up because they thought that I might have said something.
Okay.
Not Steve, but Cody, you know. It scares me. And Cody told Steve, take your ass back up to the bar. That's exactly how he said it.
To what bar?
To sit at the bar, inside the bar.
Okay.
Because Cody wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
At this point, I'm pretty fucking scared.
Okay.
Cody sits down and he says, is that Tammy in here?
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me they can't hear me?
No.
Okay.
She's laughing loud. You can hear her.
Okay.
Go
So
on.
she is gonna laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody said, I'm gonna take him out next.
Take you out next.
Steve.
Okay.
And I was like, no, you're not. And he said, yeah. And he said, he let Mike and Lori know, and now Lori's Mike is talking. And he was blaming it on Steve. I said, you're not fucking taking him out. And he said, so you giving me the pass? I'm telling you, you're not taking him out. And then, well, I told Steve about it. Not then, because then it would have been a fight between them two.
Right.
And then, I was paranoid going up there. And then so Steve comes back and they're sitting there and Cody leans across the table and whispers something to Steve. And I threw the freaking pool ball. I was pissed. Because like I said, I thought they were going to fucking set me up to have me disappear.
Right.
And because I told Steve I talked to Tammy about it.
Okay.
And I didn't know how Cody would take that. Well, I threw the cue ball. And I said, if you guys are going to do something to me, do it now. Just fucking do it now.
Okay.
Steve said, no, baby, it's not that. It's not that at all. Well, then I told Steve a week and a half ago or so what Cody had said. And so Steve went and confronted Cody the other day on it.
What happened?
He didn't go into details. Cody just said, I don't even remember being at that bar. Well, that's fine. I told you guys everything, how you got there and everything, because their wife was leaving when I got there.
Okay.
And Cody said that he was just talking about alcohol. But then Cody wanted Mike to disappear.
Has Mike been around?
He went to Denver.
Do you know where at in Denver?
Aurora or somewhere at his cousin's house.
Okay. Why did Mike go to Denver?
When?
Why?
He goes up there to spend time with his boy at his cousin's house.
Okay. How about his girlfriend, Lori?
And she keeps saying she's going to turn herself in.
Lori's on the one that's on the run. Okay. Tell me more about what happened at the house, what you saw. You saw a lot more than what you're telling me.
No, I put that on everything. I stayed in my room from the time him hovering over me, and I didn't even see that. I could feel it.
You're talking about Eli?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To Steve coming in asking for the blanket. I didn't even go back out. After I came back from walking from the stop sign, from walking that girl down there, and I came back. And I had him. When I went down and woke up Kayla, I told her they just beat up Eli. And I said, the cops might be here, because they beat him up out back. And there's those apartments back there.
Mm-hmm.
I told Kayla, I said, I had a little bag of Coke. And it was like 20 cents. And I asked if she would come get rid of it for me.
Okay.
And then I wish you could just tell me what I'm leaving out, because
Would you actually see anybody stab him?
no,
You're honest with me about that.
I swear to God, I put
So
that on
you're
everything.
telling me that you never saw Eli being stabbed.
Never did. The scuffle I heard,
Where all did you clean blood up at in the house?
just where Steve, because we don't have a handle on the sliding glass door,
Uh-huh.
there was some there, and then just like itty bitty, like just a drop a little bit bigger than that. I mean, on floor that had been smeared.
Well, I think you told Tammy there was blood everywhere.
There wasn't blood everywhere.
Okay, there wasn't blood everywhere inside the house.
No.
How about in the backyard?
There was a couple drops on the snow, and you're right, where he had fallen off the steps. There was like 5 drops there on the snow.
Okay.
And in case anybody went out and seen it and what happened or whatever, I wasn't gonna have my face shown getting rid of fucking anything, honestly.
Right.
And I told Steve about it. He said he wasn't worried
What
about
happened
it
to
either.
the pants that Steve was wearing that he got stuck in the lake with the? What happened to those pants?
They were probably at the house. He's only got 2 pairs.
Were they jeans or were they shorts or were they long pants?
He might have had his camouflage pants on. Or not pants, shorts.
The ones he's got on now?
Yeah, so if that's what he has on. I don't pay that much attention to him. But I did tell Tam, because she was nervous. She was on the run.
Mm-hmm.
I told her I went out there and turned over the soil. I never did. I don't even have a shovel.
Okay.
I didn't even get rid of the snow. Just
Did
so
you go
she'd
up
be-
there when they got rid of the body?
No, I was at home.
You never went up there with him that night?
Never, ever. And then I was going to write up the second attempt with the tow truck company. But TJ,
Who's TJ?
the guy that drives for Centennial,
Uh-huh.
he had an abscessed tooth and he went to the doctor like
Okay.
Wednesday morning.
Right.
And they had to cut him and put a big old tube here. So that's why Cody had to go get it.
So Cody will go by himself?
I have no idea. Cody just said it was handled.
Is Cody still driving the Jeep?
No,
Where's
he
the
wasn't
Jeep
the
at?
other day. I have no idea. I can find out for him.
How did you
No.
find out?
The nonchalant way. I would ask one of his friends.
Does Cody carry his cell phone?
Yeah.
What would happen if you call Cody up and go, hey, dude, fucking cops were all over my house today. They're asking questions about this shit. What the hell do I do?
He's already told me what to do.
What did he tell you to do?
Shut up and mind my own,
Okay.
unless I wanted it to happen to me.
Okay. But if you call them right now, and it looked like you were calling from your cell phone and you said, I just left the police station. They got fucking Steve down there. What the fuck's going on? And you just lay it out to him saying, I don't know what to do. I didn't tell him shit, but I'm scared. What do I do? What do you think he's going to say?
I don't know. I'd be willing to do it. I mean,
Okay,
just, no, I did not go with them.
being straight up.
I'll call them and I'll say they think I went with you.
Okay. And would you ask him, hey, is the body still up there? I mean, they're asking all kinds of questions about, if I know where the body is. I didn't tell him shit, but what's all going on? Did you guys just leave the body up there? What's
They
the,
did.
huh?
They just left the body up there.
Do they bury it, or do they just dump it off the side of the road, or what?
As far as what I got out of it, without getting too much, because I even looked at Steve and I said, "Now, how do you feel that you fucking implicated me?" As far as I know, it's just right off the side of the road.
Just dumped it up there? Was it snowy up there or not?
I believe it was.
Okay.
But the snow wasn't. Steve was saying that. Because they took all his clothes off. So,
Took his clothes off? Steve told you that?
yeah.
What do they
That's
do
what
with this?
Cody was. That's what Cody was burning. That and the blanket. But they couldn't get the fire to stay lit because of the snow.
How were they lighting the clothes? What were they using?
Probably just cigarette lighter. I don't know.
Okay. But they took all of his clothes off?
Mhm.
Who told you that?
Steve.
Was Cody there when Steve told you any of this?
No. No. Good. No.
So that's what they were burning?
Mhm.
Did Cody burn any of his clothes?
Not that I'm aware of.
And did you say you knew Cody's phone number?
I can't even get it out of my phone. My boss just gave me a phone. We just had the number just today. My daughter just got back from doing that and picked up the kids and left when all this happened. I could get my Cricket to put a.
Do you call it? I mean, do you?
No, I don't dial it. It's in my phone under his name.
Okay, you don't know that number?
No.
Is the phone out at the house right now?
My phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, because I think they took it out of my robe pocket. Yeah.
And you say the battery's dead, or is it a new one?
No, the new one's charged.
Okay, does it have Cody's number in it?
No, the new one does not. I could pull my daughter aside.
She's got it?
Yeah, she used to date him. Yeah.
Okay, so she knows the number.
She had his old number, but how did I get it the other day? Because it's like my old number. My old number. My old number was 7823, and it was one number off. 7323, I believe.
What's the first four number?
217.
217.
Yeah, because mine was 7823.
You think it's 7323?
Yes.
217. What's the where's Cody staying at?
I don't know. He was staying with his grandma.
Where's Grandma live at?
Somewhere off of Peterson Galley.
Do you know his grandma's name?
No. Kayla would know.
Kayla would know.
Yeah, but Kayla, poor thing, she does not want to get involved.
What are you not telling me?
I'm trying to.
And every time I ask that, you give me more information.
I'm trying to just go through it all in my head again.
You need some more time to think about it? Let's think about it. I gotta ask another question. Sit tight, okay?
Can I have a cigarette?
Sure. I'll get you on standby.
Nice. They're gonna get her a cigarette. See if that helps her memory a little bit. All right, if you're just joining, this is Kim Stevens. She's being interviewed around the murder of Levi Ortivez. A couple of things you need to know. One, Levi is referred to in this video in her interrogation as Eli. When she says the name Cody, she's actually referring to a guy by the name of Coit. Stephen is her boyfriend. Now, Stephen will later be he will be arrested. Actually, he's arrested. He gets arrested today on this date that this interview is being laid out. Now, we have interviews with Stephen, and we have an interview that is done almost a year later. Or let me look. Let me double check the date on Coit's interview, because Coit's interview is dated 7/19/2010. He had been in jail. He was also arrested. No, his interview is on 10/13/2010. So his interview is in November. This is very important to understand. Listen very carefully. The interview that you're watching now is taking place on February 10th, 2010. The interview started at around 8 o'clock. It's according to the timestamp. But Coit gets interviewed in November. So literally right before Mindy Lee goes missing, Coit gets interviewed. We have Stephen's interview. We have both his pre-arrest interview and his post-arrest interview. So we have an interview on the 10th when he's in custody. We have an interview with him that's probably taking place at around or right around the same time or before this interview, something. We also have an interview after they arrest him. I don't know. It's 12:30. It's 12:30. I know y'all want to listen. I sure as heck want to listen to Stephen's full interview, and we'll get to Coit's interview. Why wasn't Coit interview in February? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. He may have lawyered up, because the interview I have with him is with a lawyer sitting in the room, and he's telling a very vivid story of the night Eli/Levi was killed. So Coit tells a very vivid story of the same story she skips around. Stephen tells a different story as well. I have both of Stephen's pre-arrest interview and his post-arrest interview. And I have an interview from Coit, but Coit's interview doesn't take place until November of 2010. And so right now you can tell she's lying. She's gone back and forth. You got to understand that drugs are involved in this whole game. I can tell you right now, Levi is 100% was an active gang member. I believe Coit is an active gang member at the time. I'm not 100% sure where Stephen falls in those in the gang activity, but this murder is almost a certain. And people are like, why didn't they call 911? All of these people, including Kim, that we're looking at, have done time in prison. These are all repeat offenders. They've all been in the system. And so the one thing I do know is that Kim also told stuff to different people. They talk about a Tamra. She tells stories to Tamra. We know that Kim Stevens and Kim Shrive, who was with Mindy Lee, are friends. So Kim Stevens, Shannon Hodges, and Kim Shrive are friends. We don't know if Mindy had ever mixed with Kim Stevens. There is an unidentified, right now the story goes, there's an unidentified woman that was at the house, but we don't have the information just yet on who that woman is. That woman was brought to the house by Coit/Cody. He's referred to as Cody in this video. That's why I'm trying to put those two. And people are, and their names are being, even the victim's name, Levi, she calls him Eli. And so they go by different names. So it can be really confusing. On top of that, you gotta believe she's given some crazy lies. So there, it's a back and forth, mixed up, crazy case. They do end up prosecuting. They do end up prosecuting Stephen for the murder, or for second-degree murder. And they arrest Cody / Coit for second-degree assistant murder, or what did they call this charge? Coit was also arrested February 2010 on charges of accessory to second-degree murder and tampering with evidence, according to court documents. Those charges were dismissed in March 2011. All right. And about April, so listen, Coit's charges get dropped in March, and in April they sentence Stephen Hinson to 29 years. So, and you're gonna see in Coit, you think she's singing. Wait for it. That woman that came with Coit is not Mindy. Oh, okay. Her name will come out. I got you. Vicky says the name, it's not Mindy, but it could be it could be Kim. It could be, I don't know who that is. That girl isn't identified, I don't think, yet in any of the videos I've watched, but we don't know yet. Vicky thinks that name comes out. So this Kim was the one that was with Mindy Lee. No. This Kim is not the one that was with Mindy Lee. This Kim is friends with the Kim who was with Mindy Lee. I was having my fourth born, Brandy says, 1013. So this Kim is not the Kim that was with Mindy Lee, but this Kim and the Kim that was with Mindy Lee supposedly are friends, as well as Shannon Hodges. There is a possibility that all of these people could have been at a party that Mindy Lee was possibly at on the night that she went missing over in Woodland Park. There is a very big possibility that all of these people could have very easily been there. There was supposedly a party that Mindy may have been at. We haven't talked about in the Mindy Lee case because it's we've been listening to tapes and recordings and stuff, so there is a lot of speculation on all of that. But here we go.
Step in the room and tell, or ask if you want to explain to Tamara that it's okay to tell us what you shared with her. Do you have any problems doing that?
Okay. Can she come in here?
Mm-hmm. I'll go get her.
Yeah, so what the official report is, because of these interviews that they're doing on February 10th, 2010, they then they get information about that house. They go and search the house. They also get information and a location of the body up Gold Camp Road, and they're able to recover the body on February 11th. We have those pictures. We have all of that crime scene evidence. We have all of those autopsy reports, autopsy photos.
It's okay. I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you.
This is Tamara. So this is someone else. This is another girl that she had talked to and told information to.
Can you shut the door?
Sure. Do you guys want a couple minutes? But she has told me a lot, and I know that some things you haven't shared with them, and I want you to know it's okay.
I can't remember. I can't either. I can't remember. I keep jumping back and forth, and I mean, me too. I mean, there's little details, and you know what I mean. But we'll ask her the day that.
What I want you to know though, it's okay if there's something you do remember and you haven't talked about. It's okay to tell them about it, and she's saying that it's okay to do that. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll let you go back with that rehash and to take your
They're
comments.
thinking that I was with them.
Hold on.
Sorry.
We'll okay.
Can we both go have a cigarette?
Yeah.
Can we please?
Yeah, we'll do that in a
So we're
second.
gonna get one
Okay.
for a few years.
Let me talk to you.
Me.
Okay,
I love
it's
you,
okay.
Kim.
I love you too.
Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, they tried to leave him in there together and let him talk. Brandy's, yeah, have a couple of minutes. We're recording. Don't worry. Only go to parties where they serve cake. These people, like, these girls don't know what the hell's about to happen. You know, I don't believe these girls were involved in the actual murder, because I've listened to some vivid testimony from other people involved. Now, the question will be, you know, Steven makes a deal. So he's sentenced to 29 years on a plea deal. Coit gets off completely of charges. All charges are dismissed a month before Steven is sentenced to 29 years. So you can do the math. When you hear his testimony, 100%, he tells a very different version of the story, but yet he implicates himself in the story as well. I wondered about that. I wonder why he didn't bring that cigarette like he said he was going to bring. She's like, give me a cigarette. I ain't going to get any for a couple of years. Understand, this is a completely voluntary meeting right now. She is not under arrest. She hasn't been arrested. She's sitting in this thing completely voluntarily at this moment. I have no doubt that they threatened Kim's life. No doubt. And that's why she started talking to other people. Let's skip through. Let's see here. Oh, wait, they're back. All right, so they're going for a cig break. They're going for a cigarette break. It says 10:58 on that clock. Now it's 19:02 is what it says. So what is that, 8 o'clock? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense probably. All right, then she comes back in. So they went and had a cigarette. This girl don't know what to think. We're going to skip through here. She went and had her cigarette. She's chilling. We'll see. There's actually 2 videos of her. Now she's got her head down. She ain't doing good. There's actually one other video I'm going to bring up. There was like a, let's see what this is. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, no, this was the only video with her. We do have the post interview with Hinson and the pre-arrest with him as well. I think we're going to watch that one next. Steven.
He wants to talk to you. He wants to talk to you. See,
Uh-oh.
he's all right. He's upset. He's telling us what happened. He just wants to chat with you. He's not mad at you. He's just torn. You want to talk to him or not?
Yeah, because it was got stuff.
All right, so now she's talking to him, which is interesting because I wonder if we'll see her in his video. All right, so she's back in here. And this is the end of that video. So that's the end of that video. This is the beginning. All right. So we watched that video. Just so everybody knows, that video was 2 hours and 28 minutes long in total length. A lot of it's her just sitting there. So like there's at least a good 30 minutes of her just sitting there like this. So now what we're going to do is we are going to pull up the video of Steven. Now, this is happening at the same time that this other video is going down, right? Like he's being interviewed. I just want to make sure I think this is going to be, oh, that's her video. That's I got to find his video. You got to understand. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what we're listening to. One, we're listening to never before released footage, never before released video in the Levi Ortivez murder case. This case is from 2010. Levi went missing January 2010. He was found up on Gold Camp Road after these interviews took place. All right. So we have Steven's interview. I think this is pre-interview. I just want to double. Yeah, let me just double check on these. Yep. So this is pre-interview. So this is, oh God, y'all get ready for this, man. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all buckling down? Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm going to keep going. It's craziness. So this is this is pre-arrest. He hasn't been arrested yet. All right. He's here voluntarily. He hasn't been arrested. All right. Just grab a seat right there and give you a little more room. He is a big guy. He's a big dude.
Got to grab a piece of paper on that.
I believe this is at the same time that he's being interviewed at the same time that she was being interviewed. So this is all taking place on the 10th, on February 10th. And so he's in a different interrogation room, maybe. Could be the same. It has to be a different interrogation room because different color chairs. So he's in a different interrogation room being about to be questioned. And so and this is Steven, her boyfriend. We'll probably get a name out of him, a date of birth. They'll probably talk about all of that. Right now, this is just they didn't forget nothing. They left him there on purpose. This is all part of this. Levi is the victim. Levi is the murder victim, but he also goes by Eli. This dude's snoring. He's snoring. He's about to start snoring. This dude's falling asleep. No, Levi is not a child. Just so you know, Levi is not a child. Levi was a gang member. Levi was a you know yeah, it's not, this isn't a case of a child murder. This is it- maybe drugs, drunken craziness.
Tracy also. Tracy.
Thought you were he's a young kid.
You know if he's ever been jacked by the cops?
No, never. He's a good kid.
Wish I could say that. Okay. Just to recap, Wacy is Kayla's boyfriend.
Yeah.
He occasionally stays at the house.
I think, yeah. Well, like I occasionally, so sometimes I don't see him there when I'm there, but he works every day. Yeah, I'm there.
All right, and he's does caulking.
Mhm.
Okay,
Or seal or whatever you want to call it.
ceiling. Gotcha. Chuck was your boss at StressCon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tammy is the girl that I showed you the picture of. She was banging on the door a couple days ago.
Today.
Today, my
Yeah,
bad.
she banged on it today, and then we told her together, and she ran out the back door. We let her in for a second. Like, what? You know, she's like, just all weirded out, and she's like, you know, you gotta go. Get the hell out of here. You know? My son was there. My son's brother was there. You know, they're all getting ready to leave.
What time of day was that?
Not too long after you kicked the door.
Okay. I don't know what
That's
time
what's
that
making me think that that's why you guys were there, was because of her.
And well, we have another before. Smiley.
I don't even know clue who he is. I just heard that's his name.
Okay. He's got a weird hairdo. He's a white dude. He looks old. He's one of the dudes that no longer lives there since
Right.
you're kind of moving in.
Right.
Okay.
Stinks. He's nasty smelling.
Okay. You got a suitcase and a backpack there. That could be downstairs, could be in the laundry room,
I
could
think
be in
it'd be in
Kim's
her-
room.
Kim's room, probably. Yeah.
Okay. You're generally splitting the downstairs living room with your kid.
Yep.
And that's when you go over there when your kid says he wants to hang out.
Yep.
Kayla and Drew. Did I write down Drew? Did you tell me the name Drew, or am I reading something wrong?
That's my son's name. Is Drew.
Drew. Okay, that's right. Now I got you. What's Drew's last name?
I don't know. I don't know what he kept.
Okay.
I don't know if he's got. I know I was supposed to be on the birth certificate, but I know he didn't have mine. I don't know if he's got his. Shouldn't have his father's name, but I'm not sure.
And you don't know what it is?
No.
Okay. Jerry Henson's your dad. He lives in Florence. He's moving to Texas.
That's what he told me.
Brother is enlisting in an unknown branch of the military. That's Morgan Henson. You've seen flyers about Levi. Seen Levi walking on the street. He got a screwdriver. Did the cops take that screwdriver from him?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think they gave it back to him, actually.
Why not? Uh, your daughter's Cassie Henson. She lives by your Port Murray. Does she live with your Tammy?
No.
Okay. Do you know her exact address?
I don't know the exact address. No.
Does she live in a complex or
Apartment complex.
like the Windmill? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. There's others over there. There's
That's the
Pine
one,
Creek, the
Windmill.
Windmill. Okay, Windmill.
Yeah.
And you don't know her phone number?
Mm-mm.
It's in your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your phone service with?
Sprint.
Okay. You got a red phone
Mhm.
on the tall table between the kitchen and the living room.
Mhm.
Wayne is a short Mexican dude with a belly, actually shorter than you, and you're 6'1". He's married to Kim, not the Kim from the place. You know him from Nob Hill, on the finish line. You guys both know a cat named Chocolate. It's a black male who might be Jamal Miller.
Mhm.
Okay. Wayne lives down the street with his mom.
He did. I doesn't live there no more. I don't know where he lives.
I saw Chocolate with Wayne before the screwdriver incident with,
No, I saw chocolate with Levi.
oh, glad I asked, Levi. before the screwdriver incident.
Yeah.
Chocolate was pissed off at you because you missed a funeral for Danny
Denman.
Denman.
Yeah.
You just got back from Kansas. You were there Thursday to Sunday. People on the streets tell you to not hang out with Levi. Don't let him use your phone. You got no personal beef with him.
He's a nice guy. He's even brought me food over to the house before.
Can't fault the dude for that.
No.
Mike is a guy that he told you that he saw
I'm on the west
Levi
side.
on the west side a few days ago.
Well, no, it's been before I went to Kansas. So
Before you went to Kansas. Okay.
a bit before I went to Kansas.
Okay, you've been trying to locate Levi, or at least you got your eye open for him. Levi's brother called you asking about him.
Brother-in-law, I think it was.
Brother-in-law, that's what that says, brother-in-law. Levi might be on the meth, might be mentally ill. He was drunk when you last saw him.
Yeah, or something was wrong with him.
You didn't have any money. He was, he talked about if you got some money getting together.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Didn't get the money till Wednesday. Good guy to drink with. You've known him for a couple of months from the hood and through Wayne.
About a month.
And then, but you also know him from Lyman,
Yeah. So
or recognize him from Lyman.
Right.
Okay, you were not affiliated in the joint. The walkabout was the wedding reception for
Wayne
and Kim.
Yeah.
And when was that?
15th of last month, I think.
Remember what day it was?
I think it was a Saturday.
Sunday or Monday, or at Kimmy's house, or he was at Kimmy's house. He didn't stay over.
No, he came over, I think, looking for Wayne, because Wayne comes over there to try to find me sometimes. Yeah, that's why I see him. He asked me when I got there, he's all, "Do you ever see Wayne?"
Chris Phillips is who? You stay at Chris's house on occasion?
Yeah, occasionally.
And he lives with the Pettigrews?
No.
Okay. Jeff lives with the Pettigrews.
Yeah.
Jeff Wagner lives with the Pettigrews.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the Pettigrews live with Jeff.
Pettigrews live with Jeff.
Yeah.
All right. No,
Occasionally I stay the night over there.
And by now I should have some pictures to show you. Yet I do not. Let me go see. Those pictures are going to materialize. Be right back. You need to make a head call or anything?
Yeah, I actually kind of poop a little bit. I've been sick.
Well, that's good to know. Give me a minute.
Well, the cops put me on the ground almost.
This guy has no clue what's about to happen. You know, he's already trying to make up in his head why he's there. He's, you know, trying to pass things off. But by the end of this, he is going to he's going to be talking his own story. He's going to be telling his own story by the end of this. Let's get past him using the restroom here. So he's got to go to the restroom. All right, here we go. Here we go.
All right. Got one picture and more coming. that anybody you know?
That's chocolate.
This chocolate.
Yeah.
And miraculously, it says Jamal. No, it says Janelle Miller.
Oh,
Same dude though.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
oh yeah.
Okay. Jamiel Miller. Okay. Huh. We call him chocolate too. What up? What up, chocolate?
What is that?
Say again.
So what is 1800? So it's 640.
That's it. You got it figured out. Do you recognize anybody here?
Maybe.
Did you hear anybody's voice that you recognize? No. Okay.
I don't know why I wasn't listening.
Kimmy's down here. Wasey's down here. I know. Am I saying it right? Wasey. Talked to Wasey. We talked to Kayla. And we talked to you. There's another cat or two that we're going to be talking to.
Where's my son at?
Was he in the house when the cops came in?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then I don't know.
They seen them weren't in the house either when the cops came.
Okay. Well, we've talked to him.
How did you?
But obviously I wasn't there, so I don't know where
Right.
or what cop. But here's the thing. Everybody's got some things to say about Levi.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have heard that Levi may have stabbed you in the leg.
No. I never got into it. We went working with forever.
Okay. Nothing.
No, I don't know where they got that from. Well, like I said, I've never had any problems with Levi.
Maybe did he threaten you with a knife or a screwdriver or something, and people might think that something like that happened?
No, I just told them they had that screwdriver when it was with the cops.
Okay. Did you suggest to them that maybe you guys squared off or something, or?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Well, the tone has changed a little bit because we're at the police station.
Hmm?
Okay. You're not in custody. You understand that?
Okay.
You're free to walk.
Okay.
And I'll show you where to go if that's what you choose to do. But the fact of the matter is there's some stuff that's got to be sorted out about Levi.
Right.
And we're going to sort it out one way or the other because people are talking. Everybody's got a side. There's reasons why things happen. Sometimes really bad things happen.
Right.
There's often a reason behind it.
Right.
But because we're here now, and I wish those pictures were here, but I'm just not going to wait for them anymore. Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of another dude whose name came up, but you didn't mention it. But because we're here, even though you're free to go,
Mhm.
I got to read you your rights.
Okay.
Because we're in this cop room. I'm a cop and I'm asking you questions. And obviously you read my business card. So I'm not saying I know what happened to Levi. I just know he's missing. But like I said,
Right.
people talk. Okay. So you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish.
Okay.
You understand each of these rights I've explained?
Yep.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, you wish to talk to me now.
I've already told you everything I know, I don't know anything where he's at.
Okay.
I don't have no beef with the guy. I told you I liked him. He was nice.
And I appreciate that. And I mean, you saw I was taking copious notes and we just went over them to make sure I got them right.
Right.
but I have more questions that I'd like to ask you, but we're here now versus out on the street. So again, you don't have to be here.
Okay.
It's just I'm not comfortable asking you questions unless I read your rights,
Right.
because that's kind of the rules of the game, arguably.
Right.
I mean, I could just as easily say, hey, you're not in custody, but I want to talk to you. Is that okay?
Right.
And you go, sure. But we got rules, arguably rules.
Right.
So that's why I just default to reading rights if I'm here with somebody. Because quite honestly, I think there's more to the story. Maybe you heard something. I don't know.
All I'm telling you is that those cops were saying he was stopping people on the road, talking smack to people on the road. You know, I even talked to whoever was brother-in-law, says that he is a knucklehead to people. He does like to pick fights with people. It's about all, you know. I've been hearing on the streets that somebody called his family and said something like he got what he deserved.
Hmm.
I heard that from Wayne telling me that and other people telling me that. So that's all
Obviously,
I know.
that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be asking you questions
Right,
about.
okay. Well, that's all I know, you know.
Because that's a little more than what we talked about in the car.
Right.
So
But I've tried to help find the guy.
Mhm.
You know, that's about it.
I'm probably most interested in what you might have heard. And I want to ask you questions about all those things you just told me.
Okay.
But for me to do that and for it to matter, you've got to tell me that you are willing to talk to me.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, by talking to me, you're actually doing that. But I like yeses and nos on this question.
All right. Like, yeah, I'll talk.
Okay. All
Got
right.
nothing to hide.
All right. That's cool. And if you were in custody and not free to leave, I would have told you that.
Right.
You know, so, and that's not the situation. Okay. But Kim is here
Mm-hmm.
and Kayla has been talked to, Wasey has been talked to, and we're talking about another dude who I don't know what his status is, but perhaps you do.
Okay.
Anybody else's name come to mind? I'm not going to feed it to you at this point. Someone who might be involved with Levi or know something about what happened to him, or maybe
If I
someone
know
that
of.
you know of who saw Levi around the last time that you saw him.
Not that I know of.
Nothing comes to mind.
No, I mean, everybody's just seen him walking around the streets and stuff.
Okay. Has anyone told you anything about Levi, about other than
Just that,
he got what
yeah.
he deserved, or
I've been hearing that a lot, that he's, you know,
Did he owe anybody money or something?
I don't know. I don't know his business, you know what I mean?
But I mean, if someone's hitting the pipe, you
More
can
than
generally
likely,
rack up some debt.
if you're
Yeah.
doing that, you probably are.
But
Or
you don't
stealing
have
from
any-
people and stuff like that, probably. I don't know.
So there can be a consequence for that.
You know how tweakers are, you know.
A little bit.
You know, they're not trustworthy. That's why I don't like that shit. I still want to be away from all that shit.
Okay.
But other than that, the only thing I've ever heard was from his family, you know. The guy, you know, he might be on a tweaker bin right now. Or he gets drunk, he acts stupid to people, or, you know, he just likes to smoke crack sometimes.
Who are these people by name?
I don't even know their names. They called me, or Wayne has told me these stories too.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I noticed the boots you're wearing are pretty new.
just like construction boots. Yeah.
When did you get those?
A couple months ago.
Okay. Where'd you get them at? Do you recall?
Walmart, I think.
Okay. Did you pay for them?
Her daughter bought them for me.
Kayla did?
Mhm.
Okay. You got any other boots back at your place?
Nope.
No boots that belong to you back at,
Mm,
let me rephrase that, back at Kim's place?
Nope.
Okay. Do you know anything about some boots back there that might have got burned?
No.
Just a little bit?
There was tennis shoes that were all messed up over there. Not
Whose are-
mine.
Whose are those?
I don't know. They were in the trash can already.
Okay. What'd you see that was wrong with them?
Just a little dirty. Looked like they were been scuffed up and dirty.
Okay. Not like soot?
No, they didn't look like soot to me.
Okay. Not milky?
And I didn't like take them out and look. They were in a box. Had
Okay.
trash built up on them and stuff like that.
How long ago was this that you saw them in there?
A month ago, couple weeks ago, a month ago.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Um,
Yeah, it was not even a month ago. It's been about 3 weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, maybe.
okay. Do you know anything about Levi having a physical beef with anybody? That
Not
you know?
physically, no.
Okay.
Not physically, no. I mean, I know he's a gang member.
Okay.
I do know that. So
What gang?
I think he's Sereno, 13.
Like, does he roll hard with him, or that's just what he says?
I think he rolls pretty hard with him. I mean, he's got tattooed on his body. He's got it, says it in places and stuff.
Okay.
I know he had a dude that he talked about one guy he was always pissed off about, but I don't know his name was Chino or Chico or something like that. Chino.
Okay.
That's all I've heard that before.
I can get somebody to bring me that picture that I want. No, of course not. There we go. I'm looking for this. Anybody know?
Yeah, who he is?
Who that?
I call him Peckerwood.
Peckerwood?
Yeah.
He looks like a Peckerwood.
Yeah.
You know him by name, though?
Carl or Carol? No, wait. Corey or something like that?
How long you been knowing him?
Couple weeks, month.
Where do you know him from?
Manitou Kimmy, playing pool.
Manitou Kimmy?
Hmm?
Who's Manitou Kimmy?
I said I met her through
Oh, okay. I got you.
Kimmy.
Playing pool.
Yeah.
Where at?
At 24-hour Roadhouse or 24 Roadhouse.
What's
It used to be Mary Jane's or whatever it's called. Or something over off of Platte.
I know Laura Bell's, but that's
No, not Laura Bell's. It used to be something else. Calamity Jams, I think maybe it used to be.
Calamity Jan's by the meat market?
Yeah, that's
By
the
Andy's
place.
Meat Market?
Yeah, that's the place.
Okay. Is he a friend of yours, or
Just Manitou Kimmy.
okay? Has he ever been over to the house, to Kimmy's house?
Yeah.
Okay. Has he ever been over there when Levi's over there?
That one time, yeah.
Which time
One
was that?
time when we went over there. When I went over there, they were all there, sitting there, and he was looking for that Wayne guy,
Who was looking for Wayne?
the Levi.
Levi was looking
Yeah.
for Wayne.
Yeah.
And this cat's there, Peckerwood.
Yeah.
Does he introduce himself as Peckerwood, or that's the name?
No,
he
I
came up?
just name I gave him.
I mean, he looks like a Peckerwood.
That's just name I gave him. But yeah, he was there, picking up Kim to go shoot some pool somewhere.
He came by to pick up. Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. And Levi was already there,
Or
or
leaving. He was leaving.
okay. And Levi shows up.
No, Levi was leaving.
Okay.
That's
he
when I
showed
showed up. Yeah.
Okay. When did you last see this dude?
The other day we were playing pool
Okay. Which was roughly,
a couple days ago.
and Levi was not around then.
No.
Okay. What's this cat do for a living?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Does he drive anything?
No. His girlfriend, he had a car.
What kind of car is that?
I have no clue. It was a little beat up gray car, I think it was, or something like that.
Car or truck or SUV or?
Car.
Okay. Have you seen him driving it?
Not personally, no. I've always seen him with a girl.
Have you got any association with this dude and a Jeep?
No.
Okay. What about a Jeep-like vehicle?
No.
Like some people see a Suzuki Samurai and call it a Jeep.
I don't have anything. I've seen him driving a black one before, but I don't like hanging out with him.
A black Jeep?
I don't even know what was a Jeep.
SUV?
Yeah, maybe.
Remember if it had 2-door, 4-door?
I think it was. I don't remember.
Okay. Have you ever been in it?
No.
Okay. Do you know where he got it?
No.
You saw him driving it though?
With a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, was he behind the wheel or was he?
No, he was passenger.
Okay. Who's the girl?
I don't know her name.
Okay, white girl.
White girl. Yeah.
Anyone you've seen before?
No.
Okay. And where was it that you saw them?
At the bar.
Which one?
24.
Formerly known as Calamity James. Okay. And that was how long ago?
A couple weeks ago on that one. Week ago, 2 weeks ago. Right before I went to Kansas.
Okay. People are spinning some tales
Yeah.
about this guy, you, and Levi and Wacy for that matter, and Kayla and Kim. It just depends on who you're talking to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get out of trouble? Because I know a lot of those people that come around are
Well,
tweakers and,
Hey,
you know.
I spent 5 years taking apart meth labs, so I know how tweakers can be.
Like I told you, I know that girl that was, what's her name? Tammy. She was running around with some guy named George. I heard you guys picked him up.
Heard the homicide cops picked up George, or did George got picked up by the cops?
Got picked up, like kicked in his hotel room and took him.
Okay. Do you have a warrant?
I'm thinking, yeah, he was wanted for, I heard for drug dealing, possessions of guns, stolen cars, all kinds of crap.
Okay.
And then bulletproof vest, selling guns.
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate the fact that you're talking to me at all. I mean, I appreciate that you talked me out on the street. And I was not bullshitting you when I said, I don't know this case.
Right.
Because I don't. I was out the door, man, and my phone's ringing. Hey, no, go home. Come here. Oh, cool. You know? So then we meet. So I have not investigated the entire case, but here's what I will tell you. People have things to say about who's lived where for how long.
Mhm.
Include you. You know? People have things to say about what might be found in Kim's house. We've got cops out there with search warrants, doing whatever they do, using whatever forensic evidence collection capabilities they have.
Mhm.
People think that they can clean blood up. They can clean up the surface.
Right. There's nothing to hide.
Unless they change the carpet and
Right.
rip out the drywall, pull off the baseboards, you know, whatever people do. The blood remains.
Oh, yeah.
And we find it. We
Yeah.
find it with tools. We find it with
Don't
dogs.
I like watching that.
Well, that's
48
mostly
hour
bullshit.
road- or that-
Okay, 48 hours might be halfway legit, but I mean,
First 48, yeah.
Yeah.
I watch that a lot.
the CSI shit, you know,
Oh,
that's,
no,
that's
yeah.
an exaggeration.
I like to
of
watch
the
that
facts.
just for the funniness of it.
Yeah, but we're finding and going to find whatever's there, whether it's something as simple as dirt on shoes.
Okay.
You know, and it tells whatever story it tells. I'm not saying that the dirty shoes talk to us
Right.
and say so and so did it. I'm not
Right.
that ridiculous, you know. But I've been in this business a while, and we generally get from what people have to say to what the evidence shows to what we can read off of whoever it is that we find to an accurate enough representation of what happened to hem somebody up.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened to Levi, but I know somebody does.
I don't.
Okay. And occasionally, every now and then, there's a missing person that never gets found. And we all have our suspicions,
Right.
you know. I'm not so sure that Levi is going to be missing for too much longer. Sorry about that. I'm sure it's terribly important. Do not know that number. I believe ignore is the best option there. So, and I say that as a dude who knows damn little about this situation, but I've been talking to people in this business for a long time. And quite honestly, when we're sitting in the car, I thought you were a little sketched. What does that mean? I don't know what the hell that means, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, like, what the hell's going on.
sure,
you know?
hey,
Just,
and I don't
I'm
think
trying
it's,
to get a
I
place
mean,
for my son to live, you know?
you're not an unsophisticated guy. I
Right.
mean, it's not like cops freak you out or anything.
Well,
I mean, nobody necessarily wants to talk to the cops, even people who aren't freaked out by the cops.
Right. when you
But-
got all in black suits, got guns to your head,
Sure.
not knowing what the hell's going
And you got to
on.
take a shit on top of it.
you
It
know?
can create a lot of anxiety. I appreciate that. Yet I'm not reading anxiety off of you, but as if my read matters for shit, you know. But I'm just saying, if there's something to be known, now is the time to know it.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. Everything I've already told you is pretty much the truth, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I thought Levi
Pretty
was
much the truth, or I mean, are we at the truth?
We're at the truth. I thought that pretty much was going. I pretty much thought Levi was a good, you know, a damn good guy.
Okay,
You know, that's what I was coming with that pretty much part. I was
Okay.
heading to.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't never had a problem with him. Didn't think anything bad about the guy.
Has this dude ever said anything to you about Levi,
No,
either directly or by reference? Like, hey, that short dude.
not to me. He hasn't.
That one's harder to ignore, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Was your son or what?
It's a very distinctive ring, so I'm gonna send him a text. It'll take me all of a minute here. Okay. As far as you know, this guy's never said anything about having a beef with Levi.
Yeah, he's never said anything to me at all ever.
Okay. And Levi's never said anything to you about having a beef with this dude?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, never.
Okay. Can you give me 5 minutes while I go talk to somebody who knows more about this case than I do so we can figure out where you go?
Yeah.
You want another bottle of water?
Sure.
Okay, I can do that. Be right back.
Alrighty.
Steve, sorry for the delay.
It's all good.
Hey, look. Here's the deal, man. I've been straight with you about not really being super up on this case. My partner, Derek Graham.
Met you out at
Steve,
the house.
I know.
Good. Are you?
Okay. He is up on the case.
Okay.
Now, I can talk to you all night if you're willing to talk all night. And I know that we can figure out what happened, and I will ask you the right questions. And I know that if you're willing to talk to me, you will tell me what you know, and I will extract everything from you that you have to say. There's no doubt in my mind that that will occur. But it is clear to me that you've told me as much as you're going to tell me at this point. But what you need to know is as much as I don't know about the case, he does.
And that's sort of the reason why I wanted to come in and chat with you, Steve, is that I've had a chance. I introduced myself to you out there when I came to the house.
Mhm.
It's obvious I've been down here for now 2.5 hours, and I talked to Kimmy. And Kimmy's afraid. Kimmy's afraid about everything that's going on, everything that happened that particular evening, and what all happened with Levi, the gentleman that lived down the street. She talked a little bit to me about Cody being over at the house, some of the drama that went on involving Cody. She's scared of Cody. She's scared of Cody from the standpoint that he might hurt her or somebody else, and apparently he's even made threats to do things to you as well. And through the conversations that I had with her, she shared a lot of information, and I think you know what that's about. And I wanted to come in and say, hey, she's worried. She's worried about everything that's going on, but she's also concerned because she says, hey, Steve's not the bad guy here. Steve's not the kind of guy that just goes out and hurts somebody and intentionally does that. Cody's the one that's got a lot of issues and a lot of things that are going on. And she says, I want you, Derek, to go in, and that's me, to come into you and say, hey, Steve, just be honest to the officers, explain to them what happened, how it went down, because there's a lot more that you haven't shared. And what I don't want to see happen is you not tell us all that, because how is that going to look later on? That you had that opportunity to tell Mike and to tell myself about what happened. You did tell us. And you know a lot about that. I can tell you where, I can tell you how the person got from point A to point B. I can tell you a lot of those things, but I'm not going to, because I need to hear that from you. I can't share with you everything, but I can tell you that I know what vehicle was used. I can tell you what area you went. I can tell you who picked you up, where they picked you up at, how you got back to the house. I'll share with you a little bit about how a vehicle got stranded and all those kind of things, just to let you know that I know.
And the sun's coming up tomorrow. And we'll find what we need to find.
And I'm sorry you're in this position. I really am. But I think it's important that you understand that we do know. And I ain't bullshitting. I don't believe in that. I believe in being honest. So why don't we begin with what happened at the house?
Everything?
Straight up.
So how long am I gonna get for this?
I don't know, and I can't tell you because I don't
Am I
know.
getting arrested tonight?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, everything that I've been told, there's that probability. I ain't going to lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. There's a possibility, yes. But what I can share with you is, from what I'm being told, you're not the bad guy here. Do you have some information about what had happened and some of the things that went down and all that? Absolutely. But I don't
Threatened to
know.
rape fucking Kimmy and come back and get her daughter and stuff.
Okay, that's some of the things that I know about, but I need to hear that from you.
He threatened to come back and he threatened to rape Kimmy.
Who's he? Who are we talking about?
Levi.
Okay, tell me about what Levi did.
Me and Kimmy were flirting and stuff, and
Okay.
then I left, and he tells Kimmy that he's coming back for her. And I'm gonna get you. And I overheard a little bit of it.
Well, what's he saying?
That
Explain
I'm gonna
that.
stick my dick in you and all that.
Okay, anything else?
And then he said he's coming to get her daughter and the baby.
Okay, and the daughter is
Kayla.
Kayla.
I
Okay,
told the guy to leave.
all right. Is he drinking that night?
A little bit, yeah.
How would you describe him? Is he drunk or not drunk?
I don't think he was drunk. He was drinking.
Okay,
He came back. Thought we were gone. He tried to pry into the house.
thought who was gone?
Me.
Okay,
And I came out the door and he had a long screwdriver in his hand. And he swung at me and I punched him. And I just hit him in the face.
okay.
And
And was that in the front or the back of the house?
in the back.
Okay,
That was it. I hit him and he went down. That was it.
okay,
And then I went inside and then I came out and there was blood everywhere.
okay. What happened when you went outside? Who was out there and why was there blood
I
everywhere?
don't know why there was blood everywhere.
Okay,
There was no one standing by the body at that time.
okay.
I came back out and
And you say the body, who's laying out in the back?
Levi.
Okay, is he moving?
No.
Okay. And do you know what happened to him at that point?
No, I went to the house.
Okay. And then what
I figured, I just hit him, he'd be over with, he's knocked him out or whatever.
Right, you're a pretty good big guy.
So I went in the house.
Okay.
And then I went back outside to check on him, and he wasn't where he was at. He wasn't where he fell at. He was out farther, and there was blood everywhere.
Okay.
And that was it.
And then what happened?
Freaked out.
Okay. And I understand that. What happened next?
Tried to revive him. It didn't happen.
Okay.
Nothing. He wasn't responding to anything.
Okay.
So I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go to prison.
All right. So what did you do then?
Took him.
Who took him?
I want to say things. I'm not a snitch.
I know, but you're telling me all you did is punch the guy. I mean, and I already know the other name. I think what you need to do is just be honest with me. I know the name.
If I say something, I'm a dead man. So,
But explain to me why you say that. I mean, why do you say you're a dead man?
because the people he knows,
Okay.
people, both of them know him. Levi knows, and the other person, people he knows.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much screwed in a rock and a hard place. I will, I won't survive. I won't live in prison. As soon as I get to prison, one of the two are gonna hit me.
Okay. Well, tell me about what happened without telling me the guy's name. Where'd you guys go?
24, I think, or not 24, but by the behind the zoo,
Behind the zoo.
the road that goes up behind the zoo.
Okay. Do you remember?
I don't know how far we went, what the distance. That's where we went.
Okay. Who drove? You or the other guy?
The other guy.
Okay. And whose car did you use? Your car or the other guy's car?
I don't have a car.
Okay. Can you describe the other guy's car?
It was a big Jeep. I don't know what color.
Okay. And I know the road. I think I know the road you're talking about behind the zoo. How far did you drive on that road?
I don't remember how far. I was a little nervous, kind of freaking out, you know.
Okay.
And just drove and drove and drove and drove for a while. I don't know how far, where we were.
All right. And then, do you remember any particular place you stopped?
No landmarks or nothing. No, just stopped, and then we were leaving, and we got stuck.
Okay.
After a ways down the road,
Okay. When you were driving up there, where's Levi at?
in the back seat.
Okay. How is Levi dressed, or is he? What's going on with him in the back seat?
There was a blanket on him.
Okay.
No movement, no sound, no nothing.
Do you know where the blanket came from?
In the back of the Jeep, I think.
Okay. And is it just on him, laying next to him? How's the blanket involved?
Over
Over him?
on him.
Okay. Is he alive or dead at that point?
There was no pulse. I'm certified CPR. I didn't find no pulse, nothing.
And when you said you tried to revive him, what did you do?
Checking him, I tried to give him. I didn't want to blow on his face because it was bloody everywhere.
Okay.
I tried to give him, compressions.
Okay. And then you and the other person are driving up behind Cheyenne Mountain. How did the body get out of the car?
We pulled him out,
And you say, it was you and the other guy? What'd you do with him?
dumped him over the hill.
How far?
Just dumped him over it.
I mean, was it a cliff or was it just a hill?
It was down the hill,
Did he get drugged or just
drug, and then dropped over.
how far did he get drugged off the side of the hill?
Not very far.
Estimate.
I don't know. It was a little cloudy out. We were all drinking a little bit.
Okay.
So, and after it happened, I went in the house and just started chugging my alcohol. I was freaking out.
I'm sure.
I told him I got a grandbaby just came. I don't want to go to prison again.
I
I
understand.
know I'm going to go to prison, and I ain't going to live. So,
Well, let's just be honest here about who did what. We'll talk a little bit more because there's some things I would share with you. But you drag him up, and did anything happen to him while you were up there? Unusual
no, what do you mean?
with his clothes?
Oh, took his clothes off of him.
Okay, who took his clothes off of him?
Mhm.
The other guy or you?
The other guy,
The other guy. How much of his clothes did we take off?
he took off everything.
Everything. Did he take off his underwear too?
Everything.
What did we do with his clothes?
I don't know what he did with them.
You don't recall what happened?
He didn't. No, I don't.
Because some information's been shared with me about that. That's the reason why I asked
I
that
don't know what
question.
happened to the clothes. I know he stopped somewhere and went off for a minute and came back. I started getting scared for myself.
Okay. The weapon that was used, do you know what happened to that?
Well, there was no weapon.
Didn't see any weapon?
There was no. I didn't have a weapon or nothing. He had a screwdriver.
He being who?
Levi.
Okay. Do you know what happened to that screwdriver?
No, I looked for it. I don't know where the hell it went.
Okay. That he was using to try to pry in the back door?
Yes.
Okay.
You looked on that back door, though. Stuff was missing.
Okay.
Little slider part.
Right.
It's all missing now.
Okay. As you're coming back down the hill, I'm going to talk about your boots a little bit. What happened to your boots?
They're gone.
Where are they at?
I have no clue.
Why did your boots have to go away? What
Huh?
happened? Something happened to your boots. What happened to your boots?
When I was trying to get him in there, blood got on him
Okay.
in the van or the Jeep.
In the Jeep. And you did something or somebody did something with the boots. What do they do with the boots?
I took him out of state. They took him out of state. I don't know where it went. Not Kansas either.
Who's they?
I gave him to some friend, and he just got rid of him.
Do you know who the friend is?
I hadn't even seen him no more. I'm kind of worried about him.
Is this the friend that went up to Denver?
I went to Denver.
What's your friend's first name?
Scott.
Scott?
Yeah. That's all I know is I just know him for a while. First name Scott. Met him at a party a while back, and
How'd you get a hold of Scott to get rid of your boots?
he would come around the house a couple times.
Did you ever call him?
Not on my phone, no.
Whose phone did you use?
One of the ones that was always floating in the house, one of our friends that would come through.
So you guys went up, and as you're coming back down, apparently something happens to the car.
Yeah,
What happened?
got stuck.
All right. And what'd you guys have to do?
Walk
How far did you walk?
all the way down there,
How
past the lake, everything.
past the lake? Is there a lake up there by where you were at?
That's where we walked past the lake.
Okay. And then you came back down. Where'd you get picked up at?
At 21st Street or whatever.
21st. Who picked you up?
I don't know her name.
Was it female?
And the guy, yeah,
Female and guy? What time of day is it about?
one.
What, sun up? Or
Yeah, sun was up.
sun was up. And where'd you guys go?
McDonald's.
McDonald's on,
I think it was 21st Street or 8th Street, one or two.
okay, there's one over on 8th Street. Who came and picked you up?
I don't know their names. Honestly, I swear to God, I don't know
Okay.
their names.
How did they know to come and pick you up there?
I called Amy and them for a ride. Someone sent them to pick me up.
Kimmy sent someone over to get you. And was it the two of you guys together then?
Mhm.
And then you guys went where?
He went home and I went to Kimmy's house.
And the other guy, do you know where he's living at?
Never been to his house.
Never been to his house or who he's living with or anything like that?
The only time I ever talked to him was in a bar.
Okay. Tell me about that conversation at the bar.
I don't remember much, but I guess Kimmy told me that I was the next one to go.
Okay.
I'll be the next to die.
Okay.
That's what Kimmy told me. He said about me.
All right. Did you ever get stabbed?
Not from him.
Who?
I've been stabbed before, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get stabbed by Levi?
No, he tried to.
He tried to. Tell me about that.
He was swinging the knife at me, like with a screwdriver at me, lunging at me. And I just came up and jumped off the step and hit him in the face.
Okay.
And he just went back like that and he fell down and twitched a little bit and I thought I knocked him out.
Okay. Apparently there's a lot of blood. I mean, more than you just punched him in the mouth.
I hit him hard.
Okay.
I jumped off the step and hit him with everything I had.
You're a big guy. Did he,
Punch almost 900. On the machine at the 24 road,
Uh-huh.
I punched on that thing, I got 900.
okay. After you punched him, what'd you do?
I just let him lay on in the back behind the steps.
This other guy, where's he at this time?
I thought he took off and booked.
Okay.
I was in the house, I started chugging on the bottle. And
It's a little different than what Kimmy says, just so you know.
I went in the house, started chugging on my bottle,
I
went back, chugging on the bottle, went back outside. And Levi was in a different spot, and then he came driving his vehicle around.
Okay. And what did he do when he came driving his vehicle around?
Stopped and said, "Come on, we gotta load him up."
Okay. Did you help load him up?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been up that road before?
No, just to fish, not where we went, but I've been up there by Rosemont and fished before.
Okay. Do you know the name of the road?
No.
Have you ever heard it called Gold Camp Road?
Yes, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah.
And there's a lot of curves been up there. I went up there last summer. How far up there do you think you go? How long do you think you
Drove for a
drive?
long time. Long time.
If we drove tonight, for instance, and me and Mike took you up there, do you think you could show us the general area?
I don't know. The alcohol started hitting me pretty good.
I understand that, but this isn't something that happens every day in our life. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I don't know. It was dark out when we were doing it. It was a long drive up there.
Okay.
Can I get a cigarette, please?
Yeah.
Can we go smoke somewhere?
Yeah, we'll get you a smoke.
What's going to happen to Kimmy?
I'm still talking to her. I mean, I wanted to step in here and let you know that I knew. I mean, and I'm not here to say this is who did what or whatever, but I just want you to be honest with Mike about what happened. That's all I'm asking for.
Should I get a lawyer?
Yeah, if you want one, absolutely.
I mean, I already told you everything. You know, I am scared now for my life.
You mentioned you ask if you want a lawyer. Do you want a lawyer? And that's your call.
I don't know. I don't want to go to prison and be locked up with these guys.
And I understand that, but I also have to tell you, I can't make you any promises.
I know that.
I just can't. I can't be in that position. If you want to have a smoke, I'll be more than happy to get you a smoke. But that's your call. That's your decision.
I got a couple of questions while you process. They're not intense questions. You good?
Go ahead.
It's all right if we ask you more questions. I'll let you spend some time with Mike.
I get a cigarette?
Yes, I'm going to go work
Just
on
be a
that right
couple
now.
minutes. First, straight up, lawyer is your prerogative.
I can't afford one anyway, so
Well, you remember when I read your rights.
I know.
If you cannot afford to hire, blah, blah, blah. And let me just take the shortcut. If you have a lawyer's going to say, don't say anything to the cops.
I know.
Okay, you know that.
I'm going to jail anyways then.
I ain't going to try and sugarcoat.
I'm going to jail, I know.
As far as being booked, yeah, you can probably count on it. I mean, I can't foresee a circumstance where I can tell you that you ain't getting booked tonight. Okay?
Can I call my kid? I need to find my daughter's
I'll
phone.
get you on the phone. I'll get you on the phone. There's a lot happening right now. Let's just slow it down because we got nothing but time right now. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not trying to oversimplify the situation or anything like that. It's a big deal. Goddamn biggest deal of your life probably right now. So, we'll get you what you need. We'll get you what you need, starting with a smoke.
All I was doing was protecting those girls.
If that's what happened, that's legit. Nobody says you got to sit back and let people victimize you or say they're going to victimize you and then you just sit on your hands while they do whatever they want.
Doesn't matter. I've seen enough of this shit. I'm going,
Well, I'm not trying to tell you that you just get a pass. No, it's a process.
I understand that. I know you're not saying that. I just know what's going to happen.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to be sorted out. I mean, ain't none of it going to be good and none of it going to be easy. But neither you nor I know what the ultimate outcome of this is going to be. And I've been on this side of it for a while, and you've been on that side of it a while.
Yeah, I
I
can't put
know
me in
you've been
prison in
surprised.
this state.
You're thinking so far down the road, and that's really,
Dude, I'm telling you, I cannot go to prison in this state then.
I would say this. Let's have a smoke in a minute here whenever Derek comes back with one. We'll step outside, have a smoke. And then we'll go from there.
Can I talk to Kim at all?
I think so, but probably not right at this moment. Do you mind if I fire these questions at you? Okay. The first question I have for you is, who else have you told about this? Who do you believe knows about it?
I don't know. I know some of her friends know about it. Somebody saw some blood. It just kept going and going. I know that's how it happened.
Do you know who that was?
Dude named Mike. I don't know his last name. He has blonde hair. Had a girlfriend named Lori.
So they both might have been told something about this?
They were running around telling people shit.
Do you know who they're talking to?
No.
Who's Mike and Lori to
Just some
Kimmy's house?
fucking stupid ass people that kept coming over wanting to use her shower and stealing from her.
Tweakers?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I mean,
No, they are tweakers. I hate fucking tweakers. I don't do the shit, I used to. I saw what it did to my life.
I hear you. These white girls, white boys?
Oh, yeah, everybody that comes around there is all white.
Okay. Do you know if they have a home or anything?
No.
Okay. Don't know if they do or assume they don't.
I assume they don't.
Okay. This other guy whose name we're not saying right now, why is he involved? Why does he get involved?
I don't know why.
He was there?
He wasn't. I think, yeah, he was there.
Do you know what room he was in when you stepped outside?
Living room.
Can you see the back door from the living room?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he say anything?
No.
Did he?
All I know is when I went back out to check on him, I didn't even say nothing then. I said, I was laying out there sleeping. When I went outside, he was not where he was. He was in the alleyway.
Okay. But was this dude in the house with you the whole time, or did he leave? This dude whose name we won't say, did he go out of the house at some point while you're in there?
I need to just stop for just a second. So I stepped down and talked to my bosses, and a minute ago you made the statement, can you have a lawyer? And the answer is that yes, you can.
I can't afford one, so
It doesn't matter. Even if you can't afford one, one will be appointed to represent you if you want. That's one of the questions that you were advised of. And I want to make sure that we're really clear that it's okay that we ask you more questions. Because if you want a lawyer and you don't want to talk to us, you don't have to. It's that simple.
I'm just getting it done. I mean, I'm going to jail anyways.
But I want to make sure that we're clear on that. I mean, and yes, we have some more questions. I have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah, there's a possibility you could be going to jail. I haven't lied to you about that.
I'm going to go to jail.
But I want to make sure that you're clear and understand that if you can't afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed. You don't have to talk to
Will
us.
she come
about it.
now or what?
No, I mean, probably not. Not until you are in jail. They won't come now.
So then I go get booked tonight and go to jail.
I told Steve that if he talks to a lawyer, the lawyer is going to say, don't talk to the cops.
Well, I already know that, but if I don't, I'm going to go to jail no matter what tonight.
I don't know that yet.
But booking is very realistic. But you got to understand, all three of us know there's a distinction between going to jail and going to prison. But for us to suggest to you that you're not going to be booked, I don't think any of us really believe it at this point.
Right.
One thing, I need a phone and I need to get my daughter's phone number.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can work that out.
But I just want to make sure that you understand you don't have to talk to us.
I know my rights.
Okay. And knowing your rights, are you okay to talk to us?
Can I talk to Kimmy for a minute?
Sure.
I'm just going to show you the other questions I have written down there.
What is
It's these. I've already asked.
Cross trip. What's that?
Don't even answer it, but I'm just showing you the questions. Cross tip or flat tip screwdriver. Where are your clothes? You know where Rosemont Reservoir is, so do I. I'm just going to ask you some questions about that. And then, well,
Sorry. I'm up top. Can you help me get a lawyer? I already know everything. Someone told them everything.
Just, it wasn't me. Can it be like self-defense though?
That's just some of the questions we're talking about.
Can I give him a hug? You want me to give him a hug?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Well, you apologizing to me. He's the dumbass that threatened us. Could it fall under that, huh? I mean,
Something we can talk to him about.
you guys aren't gonna take me to custody today, are you?
Not sure.
I love you.
Oh, me too.
Just go ahead and kick the door closed. I'll be right there. You keep bringing up the lawyer thing. I just want to make sure.
I'm still gonna talk. I just want a lawyer still afterwards. I need to get a lawyer eventually.
Okay. Do you want one now?
No, we can talk. I mean, it's not gonna do me any good. I'm gonna go sit in jail and wait until I can
And
find
that's
a
a
way.
yes or no. Do you want one now?
No, not right now. No.
Okay. I want Mike ask some more questions. And we want to talk about maybe having you give us a ride up there and talk a little bit. Maybe try to show us a general area.
Well, before you open that, I can't be put in this state if I go down for this.
Okay. That's something that can be addressed later on. Again, we have no control over that. But it's something that we can definitely pass on.
we have influence. We're not the
So do
decision.
they.
Well, when you say they, I think you're talking about the people you're concerned about.
Huh?
When When you say
Concerned
they, you're
about
talking about the people you're concerned
both
about.
parties.
Yeah, you're talking about Levi's side, you're talking about this other dude's side.
I'm a dead
Okay.
man, dude.
Well-
Straight walking dead man now.
And you, based on that, you know that their influence doesn't stop at the state lines.
I know.
So
But they won't have to know where I'm at.
no, I agree with you. All I'm saying is I'm not sitting here trying to blow sugar at you about any of this. You're raising valid points, okay? Like Derek said, we are not the decision makers on who goes where, but we do have influence. Okay. Regardless of what you tell us, that
It was self-defense. I mean, he didn't stab me, but he cut me here, down in this area. That's an old scar there, but he did get me there.
how long ago was that?
But
I mean, I don't really see anything. I see some scars, but okay, I see that. But how old is that?
for
I mean, that's old.
12, 13 years. That's not what he did, but I mean, that's where he got me on.
Okay.
The same
He
spot.
got a piece of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll take some pictures and, you know,
That's why I punched him.
like I said,
Pretty much, it was
no-
no one else was involved as me. I had self-defense. I don't know how he got into the alley
okay.
and was all bloody like that. I have no clue why that happened.
Okay.
Because he was out cold.
Do you
in the
know
yard.
where your punch landed on him?
Yeah, kind of like right here.
Like square on the nose, or pretty much on the nose, or
Yeah, pretty much like on the nose.
did it put it
Mouth, lip.
sideways, or did it put it straight into him?
Straight in.
Okay. Your right hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you wearing that ring
No.
at the time? Were you wearing any rings at the time? I noticed you got some abrasions on there. Is that anything related to this
I was
punch?
just working on cars and stuff.
Okay.
I had my
not related
knuckles
to
were
the punch.
swollen, but
From that
punching,
punch.
yeah. But
Okay.
that's just from working on a car.
Okay.
I got them all over. I get cuts all the time working on stuff.
When
Got them here.
you came off, I don't really know the layout. There's steps there on the back porch?
Yeah, I was standing on the very bottom step, and he was standing here. And I stepped down, and I just hit him with everything I had.
Okay.
This foot stayed on the step. This foot came down off onto the ground.
Okay.
And I just hit him like that, as hard as I could. Just hit him right there.
Okay.
Kind of, almost kind of like a, not like a jab, but more like a, you know,
More like an uppercut than a
Kinda
downward
like,
blow,
yeah.
or
kind of like a, just hit him like that.
like a hook?
Like, kind of like a hook, but straight, how I was standing, instead of it coming to the
angles.
side, it hit straight at
The
him.
angles made it a straight
Right.
on blow. Okay. I mean, you know what? The coroner's going to be able to tell us about that. You know, so there's a lot of details to comb through, and we'll get to it. I'm more interested in getting you a smoke than anything right now.
More interested in finding a gun and shooting myself.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and try and act like I know what you're talking about, but I kind of know what you're talking about.
So I just got my grandbaby.
Let's we'll get a smoke going here, and move on from that. It's a big deal, man. I know it's a big deal. It's a big deal on about 100 different levels. Do you mind if I throw the rest of these questions at you?
Oh, there, man.
Okay. I think I asked you already. You don't know why this other guy chose to get involved?
I don't know why.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge of this other guy doing anything to Levi besides taking his clothes?
Nope.
But you said there was a point where you go outside, you have the encounter, you come back inside, you said dude's laid out asleep. This other guy, does he then go out, or does he stay in the house
We
with you?
saw the body wasn't where it was at.
Who saw?
Me and the dude.
Okay, so you and dude step out.
Yeah, we looked around and there was in the alley just bleeding everywhere. Not moving, not making a sound.
If you had to guess, how do you think he got from where he fell? to
I don't
where
know.
you
There
fell?
wasn't. What it was like a kind of like a crawl motion out there.
There was, or
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think anybody helped him get to where he was?
I don't know.
Do you have any reason to think?
Dude, when I hit him, he was not bleeding like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When I went and found him in the alley, dude, he was not how I hit him. Not,
How after he takes that punch, how long do you observe him before you go back inside? Is it seconds, minutes?
just a couple of minutes, not even that long, a second.
Are you saying anything to him or?
I just, Levi, get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know, I really liked the guy. He was a good guy.
Mhm.
Just when he did that, you know, that ain't right.
I'm with you.
He tried to break into the house. That shows me that he had full intentions to do it.
Mhm. His screwdriver, you've seen a screwdriver?
And it was just about like this long.
Is it a flat tip blade or a cross tip blade?
It was modified,
Like into a shank or
kind of like that, yeah.
like at a point?
Well, it was,
Or is the tip broken?
you could tell it was maybe broken before, and they just made it sharper. You know, instead of a flat tip, you know, it's flat. It was more pointed,
Okay.
but still
Same shape,
same shape, just
but a
sharper.
sharper tip. Okay. Have you seen this screwdriver before?
I've seen he always carries that. He carries screwdrivers. He carries a gun sometimes.
What color is the handles?
I think it was black and yellow.
Okay. Is that
I can't
Stanley? Does Stanley make them black?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember what color it was though that night.
Is it
He
a
had it in his
heavier-
hand.
Is it a heavier
It
gauge
was a thick.
blade,
It was thick.
like for the big screws?
It was a long screwdriver. It was a thick screwdriver.
Okay. And where'd you last see that screwdriver? We got him swinging it at you.
That was the last time I seen it. It was laying on the ground beside him.
Okay.
It wasn't there no more when he was laying over there he was in the alley. That's not where I left him at.
Who all was home when this happened?
Just me, Kimmy. That's it. I think. And dude was there.
Okay. I showed you that picture,
Of
Cody.
Oh.
Is that dude? I mean, I didn't pull that picture out of my ass.
right. I'd rather not incriminate anybody right now.
All right, fair enough. Where are the clothes that you were wearing that night?
The house.
They're at the house.
Yeah.
What were they?
Actually, I was wearing these.
Those shorts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have they been washed since then?
Yeah.
Did they get any blood on them? Do you think
I don't know.
you didn't see any? Or
I didn't see any.
excuse me.
I think I was wearing these. Pretty sure.
I got just a couple more questions to burn through. Then we'll take a small break. On Rosemont Reservoir, you know where that is. I know where that is. Were you guys past Rosemont or this side of Rosemont?
Past it, I believe.
And Rosemont, I haven't been there a long time, but it seems to me it's one main body of water, and then there was some smaller bodies of water not too far from it.
Yeah, it's kind of broken up. The first, you got the little small ones,
Mhm.
and you got some grass moss, and you got the lake that goes around.
Did you guys go down to it at all that
Oh,
night?
no.
Just drove past the sign for it?
Kept on going.
Okay. Is Levi in water or is he on the ground?
He's on the ground.
Okay, is he near water?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, because we took him down there and dropped him off.
How far is
By
he
a
from
tree.
the road?
Not too close, I don't think.
Not close to a road, or
No, it's not close to the road.
so there's some carrying going on, or
No carrying. It was drugged a little bit and rolled.
okay. If you had to put a distance on it, what's your best guess from a road?
I'm not sure.
More than a football field?
I don't think that far.
Half a football field?
Maybe, I don't know. Alcohol started hitting me pretty good. I drank my ass off. I even took the bottle with me. It was Bacardi. I remember it was Bacardi 151. I was chugging the shit out of it.
Can you take us up there?
I tried. I mean, I don't know how well it's going to work.
That's what Chuck wants to do.
Okay. We got we have a car with some auxiliary lights on it, maybe?
Yeah, we're working on getting some cars. You wanted to smoke too?
I would like to say something like that,
Oh, absolutely.
but I don't have her number memorized.
We'll work on that.
The only number I know is my wife's, and I don't want to hear her voice right now.
And I don't blame you. Is your daughter here locally?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there an address where somebody could go by and tell her, get the number, and have? I mean, I'm just trying to think out loud how we can.
Or
get
is
the
it in
number.
the phone? Is it in your phone?
It's in my phone.
Is the phone at the house?
The red phone, yeah.
Under what name?
Cassie. It says Cassie Ice on it. It's got a picture of my grandbaby.
Can we have the officer that's out at the house right now look in your phone? Is that okay? And get Cassie's number?
You have to unlock it. You'll have to push the star, and then there's a button called says back on it. You have to push that.
The star and the back button.
Same time or
Just
star?
push and then push the star and then push back.
Okay. And then Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie with a C.
But yeah, it just says Cassie with the scene. It's got a picture of my grandbaby on it.
Okay.
All right. I'll get a hold of the officer and do that. And then in the meantime, we can get a car and there'll be a bunch of us go up there and see if we can.
Yeah. We should probably. How many cars are we going to take?
3, I think, at least.
Can I get clothes?
Well, you're going to be in a car. You're not going to be out in the car. You'll be where it's warm.
Were you wearing that jacket that night?
No.
Were you wearing a jacket that night?
No, it's just a shirt, t-shirt, mostly t-shirt.
Probably round up some food. Get a bag of some greasy food.
Oh, fucking are they?
The only thing I got for you is we do not know what the outcome is going to be. We know what tonight has for us, but we do not know what the outcome of this is going to be. And I've seen situations like this before. This is not an unprecedented situation. Okay?
What does that mean?
This has happened before.
Right.
Not everything exact, but I'm going to tell you what's different right now from the situations I've seen before. We're starting out with people telling us things we can work with. You know? I don't know that that means a ton, but I think it means something. Says something about you. Says something about these other people. I think it says something about what actually happened. But again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I got all kinds of encouraging words for you. I don't. Tonight sucks for you more than anybody. And to say different would be bullshit.
So can we be in charge too for what?
Say that again.
Can we be in charge too?
Not to my knowledge, but I'm not involved in that. You know?
So it's just me being in charge.
Well, I mean, there's still questions to ask. You know, there's still information to develop. There's other ways this could have played out. You know, it doesn't matter because it ain't how it played out. But I mean, I can tell you that we've been to scenes where some bad shit happens. We talk to the people involved. They say what they say. We assess what we can assess. And we make decisions about how to proceed from there. And it doesn't always mean that someone gets booked that night.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always mean that someone's not getting booked. I mean, odds are, if someone's dead and it's not real clear cut, that it's self-defense, and odds are someone's going to get booked. But you and I both know there's a long way between being booked for something, being prosecuted for something, and even beyond that, what someone is or is not found guilty of. We both know that. So for whatever.
Like I said, he was not where I knocked him out. He was in the alley. And then the next couple of days later, people were getting phone calls telling he got what he deserved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not where I left him.
Is that after people were asking about the blood that you start getting these calls? Or
That was the next day.
Within the next day you're getting these calls?
No, his family was getting it.
Saying that he got what he deserved.
Yeah, people were saying, and I even got a phone call that said he got what he deserved.
And you're talking about his brother-in-law are here.
No, he didn't say, yeah, they heard it too.
Okay.
Not saying it about me, but
Do you know his brother-in-law's name?
No, I can't remember. He told me, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
But I got a phone call on my phone that said block number. And I answered it, and and they said, thanks for making it easier for us. He got what he deserved.
They leave you a message, or they
So
said
they
that?
said that to me.
Did you respond to it all?
I was just like, what the fuck? Who is this? And I just hung up.
Okay.
They hung up. He was
What?
laying by there's a house over there in the alley. You know, a lot of people,
Do you think those people knew
I
that
don't
he was
know.
out there?
I don't know, I'm just saying it.
Is that where you picked him up from?
That right in front of their house, yeah.
By their front door or next or
In the alley.
alley side of their house? That's what, right behind Kimmy's house?
Yeah. Off kind of,
Off which way? Like east
you're
or
looking
west?
at the back of her house, it'd be on this side of it.
To the right?
Yeah, to the east, on the east side of it.
So east of Kimmy's house,
There's
on
a
the other
little-
side of the alley.
Yeah. A big old house, yeah.
What does that house have? What features does that house have that set it apart?
A lot of tweakers go through there.
Okay. Is it like, I mean, is it a wood house? Is it a stucco house? Is it,
Tall, it's just tall.
you know, what color it is?
No, I don't pay attention really.
Is it, anybody live there that you know by name?
No,
They have any specific cars around the house?
I try not to pay attention. I don't, like I said, I don't like that shit. I just,
Like, is there a wood pile in the backyard or
There's a
somewhere I can
fence
look at that
somewhere.
house and go, this is probably the house?
there's a fence that goes along it. You'll be able to tell there's the only house that's just tall like that.
Okay, taller than the houses
Yeah,
around
it's
it.
just like a big old square.
Is it
house.
essentially behind Kimmy's house and to the east, or is it
Essentially, yeah.
way east?
No, it's just essentially right behind it.
Okay, and a little bit to the east.
Oh, yeah, just kind of, just a
Just a little
little.
bit off center.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And that's where I found his body at.
Okay.
That's when somebody came with the
Is he still
vehicle.
dressed at that point?
Partially. He was missing a jacket and his shoes.
Do you know where they ended up?
I don't know. They weren't there. I mean, he had them on when he was there, but they weren't there when I sent him out in the alley.
What color was his jacket and shoes? Do you recall?
It was gray or black, something like that. I can't remember.
Do you remember anything specific about his shoes? Like, were they white tennis shoes or boots or cowboy boots? Or...
Tennis shoes. His jacket had a 13 on it, big old 13 on the back and on the sides.
What primary color is his jacket?
I think it was gray.
Is it a heavy jacket or a light
A
jacket?
hoodie. Kind of like this. Kind of like this, but it was just a gray jacket.
Okay.
It said "Sir" on it in 13.
And so that was removed from him between the time
Yeah,
he
that
goes
was,
down and the time you find him.
yeah.
How much time between the time he goes down and the time you go
It
back?
wasn't
up?
very long at all.
Minutes?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Okay.
I sat back down and was drinking again. I was mad, I was shaking, I was frustrated.
When you said you tried to give him some aid, was that immediately after he went down, or is it when you went back outside?
Because when I went back down, I saw him down in the alley.
How close is he? In the alley or by this house?
And he was in the alley, and there was a house right there.
Okay, how close is he to that house?
I mean, it's right dead center of the alley.
Okay, but so behind that house,
Yeah.
dead center of the alley.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Behind the tall house.
I
dead
started giving him CPR.
Okay.
Just try to get something out of him.
So chest compressions.
Yeah.
Did you hear ribs cracking or anything when you were doing that?
No, I was
Which is not
kinda-
uncommon.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of nervous about it.
Okay.
He felt weird.
Anybody helping you try to help him?
No.
You're on your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just down there trying to help, give him something. I was gonna give him mouth to mouth, but
When you say he felt weird, what do you mean? Like unresponsive or?
yeah, his body just didn't feel right. Like when I was doing chest compressions, just didn't feel like it should feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get no sound or nothing from him. When I do it, you know how you can hear a little bit of air.
I never done CPR on anybody, but I kind of know what you're talking
I
about.
haven't. I didn't hear that.
You said you're licensed
I have.
CPR
I have in my wallet. I got first aid and
or certified CPR, I guess is probably the better way to say it.
I've been certified in first aid and in CPR.
Through who?
To the union on one, and one of them was academy installation.
Okay. I'm making the assumption that the cigarette's coming. Of course, we're going to go out and smoke it, light up in here, and have to evacuate the building. But he's rounding up some transportation. So at a minimum, before we get in a car, we'll burn down a smoke. I'm sure when we
Or
get,
two.
I'm sure at some point we can burn down another smoke and probably get some food. And I can tell you, I'm interested in eating something.
Yeah. Deep. I need my wallet and stuff from her house. I got money, my credit cards in there.
Cash, or you got credit on your?
I have credit card. I got my some cash on me now, but my credit card's got money on it.
Okay. We can communicate with the people there and see what their plan is for it. If we don't have a reason to take it as evidence, we'll probably get it into your property.
How much would a bond be for this?
The DA is going to make a recommendation on what to book you for. And again, I'm making the
So I'm not
assumption.
going to the jail right now. I'll be sitting here for a while till the DA's up.
Well, what Derek was talking to you about was taking a ride. Are you up for that?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously, we're going to ask you, does this look familiar? Does that look familiar? Not that you'll, I mean, I know how dark it is up there.
It's really dark. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
It's ridiculously dark. So, in fact, maybe we'll look at some different alternatives rather than going up there in the dark. I don't know.
So just put me in jail and then.
Well, I don't know that we'd go that far either. I mean, I don't know. I think we'd be wise to go up there and just see how it feels. You never know what you might recognize, but I used to live in the mountains, and when it's dark,
It's fucking dark.
it's dark, yeah. I don't care if you got a light on something.
Right. I remember
Turn the light off, it don't look the same.
I'm trying to stay on the road and I was still tripping and stuff, so couldn't see in front of me at all.
I'm taking it you didn't drive up there. You
No,
were riding the passenger seat. Had you ever been in that vehicle before?
that was the first time.
First time? Have you been in it since?
No.
Okay. How many people are in it when you're going up?
Just me and the body, and
Okay. Is he bleeding in the car?
I don't think so.
Was he cleaned up before he got in the car?
No.
Was he wrapped up tight or just
It was
blanket
wrapped
over?
up, blanket, really wrapped over.
Anything tying it off? Or
No, I don't think so, no.
if there was, you don't know about it? Or
Yeah, he wasn't tied off, not that
okay.
I can remember.
Okay. And there was no effort to throw dirt on him or anything? Or
I actually tried to give him
like, did you have a shovel or?
had a pick. I actually tried to give him a proper burial, but the ground was just so damn frozen.
Where'd the pick come from?
It was in the back of the vehicle.
Okay. And we're calling it a Jeep. What kind of Jeep are we talking about? Like an SUV or like a CJ or a Wrangler? Or
I don't know, a Wrangler maybe. I don't know. Jeep. It was 4-door Jeep.
okay. But well, you know, like if I say Jeep Cherokee, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, yeah.
Is it that kind of Jeep or no?
Similar.
So
No. I don't know. Like
is it a newer Jeep or an older Jeep?
it was older.
Like maybe even a Wagoneer? You know
Maybe
what I'm talking about?
Wagoneer, yeah.
I mean, Wagoneer's old school. You don't even
Yeah,
hardly
it
see
wasn't-
any of them anymore.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I think it might have been a Wagoneer, but not that old school style.
Like a
Wagoneer.
Grand Cherokee Wagoneer or the Cherokee Wagoneer, because I think they still call them that.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Because I mean, the old school
Yeah, I used to
Jeep
have a bunch of them.
Wagoneers were big.
Still big, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had a bunch of them.
I mean, you just close the door, you know it.
Oh, yeah.
It makes a loud noise and glass shakes. And
Right.
was it that kind of Jeep?
No, it wasn't that. No.
Okay.
No.
And if you're in a funk, I appreciate that too. You know, between booze and stress,
Dude,
you know, that's.
151 drinking a fifth of that, I started pounding it.
Did you put away a fifth?
Yeah.
Did you have some in you before?
Yeah, we were drinking. We were at the bar playing pool and stuff.
Which bar? The one I keep calling Calamity Jams.
Yeah.
But it was.
We were there drinking and
It's
stuff.
called 24 Roadhouse. Or
24 Roadhouse, yeah.
Okay.
I was there drinking and stuff, shooting pool.
Was Levi in there?
No.
He wasn't there?
No.
Okay. No beefs with anybody in there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. At that time, I got jumped there a few times before.
All I need to do is get jumped once. I'm not going back.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Stink.
Say that again?
That doesn't matter. I'm never going to wear these again anyways. I don't even know what to tell my daughter.
Well, anything say you got to tell her anything more than you love her, or at this point in time?
Love her, I'm sorry.
Is she gonna let you off the hook with that, or is she gonna put the squeeze on you and say she's got to know more?
Oh,
Close with your daughter?
try to be.
Yeah.
Not a real dad. She adopted me.
Really?
Yeah, I've been there since she was like 4 or 5 years old. And one day, it was Father's Day. She hands me this piece of paper. I open it up. It's her birth certificate with my name on it.
It's kind of a big deal, I think. When you guys got stuck, what got you stuck? Did you go off the road, or
Yeah,
were you driving at any point, or you passenger the whole time?
passed it the whole time. I was drunk.
Was
I was
homeboy drunk?
stumbling around too. I don't know if he was or not.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times we hear about, people doing what they got to do, and then it's a flat tire or a wreck or run off the road. I mean, it's almost like a better chance that it's going to happen than it's not going to happen.
See, I don't think even. I was drunk. I couldn't even. I was stumbling around everywhere.
At what point did you reach that level of being that fucked up? Like before you got there, or?
Oh, that was way before I got there.
I'm talking about.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
It's probably a good time to get the man a smoke if he wants one.
Okay,
And,
get somebody to join us, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I'll have Derek hook up with you so you can bring your stuff.
Say that again.
I'll have Derek hook up with you so you can bring your stuff. So you can ride
Who's
back.
going to come join me for a smoke?
Derek.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell you what, see, once you go ahead and throw on your jacket, we'll step out for a smoke. Stick a couple of these in your pocket if you want to. You're probably not coming back to the room here. I gotta put some cuffs on you.
Front or back?
We'll do front, but just be as cool as. I tell you what, if you could just empty all your pockets right here, and afterwards you can put that tissue back in. Kind of other jewelry.
We got a bag for this?
I'll get some envelopes here. There's no easy way to do that, huh?
No.
Tell me your junk ain't pierced.
Huh?
Tell me. I'm very popular. That's it. Just go this one here. Right over here. You know these ain't built for comfort. The best I can here. I'll touch them up. Okay, and just to be clear, Derek asked you, can you show us whatever you can show us as best you can? And you're willing to do that, or, I mean, that's what we're asking you to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't help. I mean, it couldn't hurt.
No, I don't think it can hurt either, but it's your decision. It ain't our decision. You're doing it voluntarily. You're not doing it because we're saying you got to do it.
I know if I didn't do it, None ever been found, I'd still be probably in trouble.
Well, it's going to be found.
Eventually,
You know, I mean, we can find some needles in some haystacks.
I put that back in my pocket now.
It's going to end up going in an envelope. I think we're going to end up coming back upstairs after a smoke.
Oh, my money's later.
It's secure. How much is it?
90.
If it ain't there when we get back, I'll owe you 90. Fair enough.
Derek's got some smokes.
Okay.
Well, that's a crazy start to a story. We're just getting going. Hey, we're going to call it a night tonight. Again, I got hours and hours and hours and hours of video footage of more interrogations with the unknown party. We'll watch his interview. We'll watch interviews with everyone else. If you're just joining, this is never before seen footage of a murder that happened in 2010. We've got crime scene photos. We've got the body recovery photos. Tune in. This is just episode 1, and it's probably going to get thicker and thicker as we go. So, hey, thanks for joining. We'll see you guys later. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Do what you're supposed to do. If you want to support what Dad with the phone does, you can financially support at the PayPal link below, but you don't have to. Click on all the YouTube, Facebooks, TikToks, Twitters. You can find me at all that. We are just diving into this case. This isn't going to be one that goes away soon. Again, thanks for joining me on this late night look into a case that's over 10 years old. We'll talk to you guys later.